want to wait 5 minutes before we jump in. I kind of want to fix the camera. It's really annoying me. Let's see how it looks, at least with this. That's actually not too bad. Almost perfect placement. I take it you can hear me. It should be fun. That's the main goal here, is to be fun. What's up, Annoy? What's up, Rugs? We'll start in about 4 minutes going this. I have a couple other things I want to hit before we get into the tier list. Let some people get in here. What's up, Annoy, Rugs? Lundy mentioned you can't put yourself at number one. I mean, I'm not even putting myself on the list. You won't see my face there. Yeah, who am I to rate where mine goes? So I will not, that's idiotic. So yeah, anyone that's going to rate theirs above. Do I try to make content that's not like a lot of these people on the list? Yeah, definitely. My content from some of them is a bit different. I do want to give it a couple minutes. I have one subject before we dive in. I have nothing scripted. I came up with the idea last night. I went to work today. I have no clue. I got a lot of faces. There's faces on faces. Not a lot, but there's some faces on faces, which sounds cooler than it really is. This should be fun. I have a couple things I want to say before we dive in. And I also have one subject. So I want to let the room fill. There's 33 already in just 2 minutes. I think you guys are ready for I think you're ready. I want to let the room fill up a little more. Let's go over something that happened today. First, I like what Netflix is doing with boxing. At the same time, I don't like it. Give me 4 minutes. Let the room fill in. Let me have my boxing platform. We all saw Jake Paul versus Tyson. Everyone watches it because it's free on Netflix. It had issues. Mine was so laggy. Everybody was so laggy. It was a garbage fight. Maybe it was a different product that was super laggy. Was it the Paul Tyson? I feel like it was. Maybe it was something prior. I feel like it was this, though. Anyways, terrible, terrible fight. Then you jump to their more recent fight, Canelo versus Crawford. That was a great fight. That was good for boxing. That was a lot of people text messaging, friends text messaging me that normally would have never watched the fight for the fact it was free. So this was great for boxing. We're going to get into the tier list. Give it about 2 more minutes, a 5:05. We'll give 5 minutes, let the room fill up. Finally today, Tank Davis, Gervonta Davis, who's been in trouble with the law. He can't stay out of trouble. His heart's not, he said himself, or I've heard, his heart's not really there. He's not having a real fight here. It's versus Jake Paul. He's moving up 60 pounds. So today, his fight's in November. The max weight is 195. Jake Paul only takes fights he has a good chance of not a good chance. It's either rigged or he's going to win. Tank Davis fights at 135. This is 6 now. Fine. You might say, hey, not to get weird, that's about what I would fight. I'm way not as strong as Tank Davis, but 135 is very, very light. It's very, very light. Think about someone walking. He doesn't walk around at 135. If you're walking around at 135, you're probably fighting at 150, or you're probably walking around, they still walk around pretty light. That always, I used to train at the same gym Tony Ferguson did, and it always amazed me. I mean, I was ridiculously light too. Maybe that's just how you want to be, but it always amazed me how tiny these guys are, because you want to be small. There's a big advantage to being light at your weight. You want to fight at the lightest. So I'm a small guy. I'm a short dude. People at 135 are still going to be far taller than me. Anyways, he's going to fight up at 195. Maybe he walks around at 155. Getting him up to 195 ain't happening now. That also means, the way I understand it, at least, Jake Paul, I'll move past this. Give me 1 more minute. Jake Paul could probably weigh 195 the night of the fight, or excuse me, the night of the weigh-ins, meaning he's going to weigh 210, 215 pounds fight night, while Gervonta Davis is going to weigh 170. I mean, it's I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but he's the real fighter of the two. Give him some credit. He has put a lot in, but he's the more skilled, been doing it forever, knows all the tricks. But there's a 50-pound weight difference. It'll be interesting. All right, you're here for the card list. We lost about 6 people going over boxing. So be it. Live, let die. I wanted to let the room fill. The opposite happened. 6 people left. Serves me right. What do I know? Look at all these faces. We got Mojo, Neo, Chris Sewell, baseball card collector, dealer, investor, in that order, I believe. We got your favorite Ryan from Card Collector 2, Scotty B Cards. Oh, is this guy Ty Wilson? I believe that's his name, from Chasing Cardboard. We have, I don't even know why I put this guy on the list, just to give him an F. EDI Sports Cards. All right. I think this guy was looking for a shout out, though. This guy was doing some self promotion. Where is it? Before I even came live, we have Over the Year Sports. I did put some of them on the list here, and I'll get rid of this comment because you can't see the face, and I can't believe my other thing is gone. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing to me, StreamYard? Hope to see you Over the Year Sports. That's who he hopes to see. Well, his name is Over the Year Sports. He wants to see his own goddamn thing. American arbitrage, fine. I have some issues with it, of course. Picking, punching cards, and no big. He does a podcast with these guys, so he just wanted to see his people on the list. On the list. Oh, that'll be fun. I did do this. Let's just this is funny. Let's just do something funny.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Did you see that?
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Poor Biden. Poor Biden. This is the tier list. Let's get off this. What was this? So I think he was getting himself some self-love there. Blabbing about slabbing his top 5. You know, I can only rank what I know, number 1. Like, they want me to rank some show I've never seen, so it's hard. It's hard to rank something I've never seen. You know, everything here I've at least watched, so it's hard for me. Some people, I don't know. Anyways, why don't we start? I think we've waited long enough. No script, no plan. I have no idea where I'm ranking anybody. Feel free to call in. Feel free to chime in. Let's start this way. I didn't mean to start this way. Maybe you'll be mad at me. Mojo came out with a new. I want to judge him based on this. We're gonna, you don't want to judge. He's learned. This is a 5-minute video. Same picture too. I took it right from there. The truth about opening card shop in 2025. Let's see if the content's. I already hate this one. The biggest mistake cards collectors made is using kids. So at least a C or lower. You're using kids, you're at least starting at C, D, or F. If you're gonna use the kids to make you look good and tug at the emotions and pull the young people into a gambling hobby, yep, C, D, or F. Well, let's take a look.
Today is going.
Oh boy, hot diggity dog. All right. Well.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Today is going to be a different video. As you can see by the title, opening a card shop is not as easy as I thought. Oh my God. When I started Mojo Sports.
I won't pause it again. Jeremy Lee is on the list. To call it great is a bit of an exaggeration. I had a 2-hour conversation with him off camera. I've watched some of his stuff. I think it's one of the better lives. I also think his mind is so wrapped up in the card world. He doesn't have any outside, I think some of these guys have some money. They don't know, they forgot reality. And I don't think they come at it from real world takes. They come at it from such a warped card world take. But I'll get to Jeremy Lee. We got 20 something people to get through. But let's start with Mojo. And I'm curious what his conclusion here is of opening a sports card shop.
I never thought it would be, let's open a card shop. And here we are. My goal isn't to just open a shop. I want to change how people experience this hobby. Today, I want to give you guys an update about the card shop that I'm building. I don't want to sugarcoat this. This is one of the biggest.
So he is building a card shop. If I understand right, he's made everyone and their mom. Now, he has a little bit of a following on YouTube, also a little bit of people that roll his eyes, especially what he did at the National a few years back, high-fiving, shaking people walking in. That's hilarious, by the way. I wish I was there for that. If I could rewind time, I would have been there with a camera. I mean, that's hilarious. If I had it queued up, maybe in a coming video, that's hilarious. Anyways, all right. He's building a card shop. Everyone and their mom's opening a card shop. At what point are there too many card shops and some start to fail? That's how business works.
challenges I have faced in my career. The idea of a card shop sounds amazing. Trade nights, educational classes, athletes coming to hang out, you guys coming in to stay open. I'll stay open until 1 a.m. You know, we'll have pizzas every week. We'll have trade night every week. I am all in, right?
Wow.
Sounds awesome. It is not as simple as that. Just opening the doors and putting a couple cases in the shop, that's not what we're doing.
Let me ask a question. I know I'm getting a little off the rails here. AOHG. And good, glad you're here. And seriously, I think HG is one of the from across the pond. I believe HG is, I don't want to butcher the country, somewhere in Europe. Where am I going with this? God damn it. I didn't want to pass over HG like I was an asshole, but I had something to say and I already forgot. Let's rewind.
Every week we'll have trade.
That's it. At what point, and this is not in relation to Mojo, some people just hopped in, not in relation to Mojo. At what point is running a trade night every week get old and feel like a job? I'm being honest. At what point does showing up to breaking cards, just sitting there all day, ripping cards for people, is that no longer satisfying? Is that no longer a path you wish you took? I don't know, man. I see it getting stale. Do I want to run trade nights every week? I sure don't. There's a trade night here in Vegas I've been meaning to go to for years. It's a small group. They rent out like the top of a restaurant, so they have the second floor to themselves. They watch sports. They trade cards. Seems like a decent enough group. I've never been, and I should go. Who the hell wants to run a trade? Why is he that excited to do that? That's awfully excited, Gabagool.
Every week, I am all in, right? Sounds awesome. It is not as simple as that. Just opening the doors and putting a couple cases in the shop, that's not.
James, God, I keep pausing this shit. I'm going to react to chat. Here's the thing. You say ripping cards is fun. Do you know how many people on earth can be a professional poker player? Less than 1%. I mean, it's the people that try to play poker professionally often fail. Professional poker players often fail. Playing professional poker is extremely hard. So I'm glad you made that comparison. You're probably going to lose money if you break. Sure, it's fun. If you play poker every night, sure, you're probably not going to be a winner. That's all I'm saying. And it's far different than playing cards because you're not selling anything when you're playing cards. These people are selling shit. You're looking at it from breaking cards is fun. I'm not. I'm looking at it from the breaker's point of view. At what point is opening somebody's box of cards and getting excited for a 10 of 10 again get old and acting? How do you keep it fresh? To me, I don't want to do it. It's fair, maybe you. I don't want to run a trade night every week. I'd rather do something, train somebody how to box, go on a run, teach a class, take a class. Just me.
Not what we're doing. This is not about selling cards. It's about building community. And I am just not even there yet with that. I am humbled by what I've gone through. I have been tested in so many different ways throughout this process. And what that looks like is not going to a city where there's a bunch of card shops, respecting the boundary there, learning about why I can't build a certain type of build based on city and state regulations and getting cut off on multiple occasions.
I got to stop pausing the damn video. James, DM me. Instagram, Facebook, professorsportscards@gmail.com is my email, or just Professor Sports Cards. Give me some of these names. I don't know these guys. Sean Deeb. Give me some of these names. I'll do some research.
Trying to figure out what city can we best be in where we will have product to actually sell to you guys. I'm going to jump straight into it. Right now, I've got 3 states I've narrowed it down to: Maine, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Okay, I'm just kidding. California, Texas, and Florida. California, Texas, Florida. That is where I'm building. There is no questions asked. I'm not going to another state. Those are the 3. If you guys can visit me, amazing. I've narrowed it down to 3 states. Here's where we're at right now. I'm in Texas, 10 toes down, and I'm scouting locations here in Texas.
Shut your damn mouth.
Sacramento and Los Angeles are in the back of my mind.
Why the hell would he not open it in Sacramento? You grew up in Sacramento. You got the biggest following in Sacramento. I don't know about on YouTube. How the hell's this guy got 80,000 subscribers? 4,000 people watch this video with 80,000 subscribers. That's why, I think about the channel. and how to not keep it stale, how to keep it fresh, how to keep it moving. A lot of this stuff got stale. It's a hilarious pause, by the way. Why is he making it such a big deal? Open a fucking card shop.
I'd be lying if I said that they weren't. But I know deep down I need to go where opportunity is. And I'm
all right, let's move. Take it all night. Hey, fair. Let's give the guy. I was curious. I'm over it just as much as you. I don't care what he has to say, but neither to 80,000 subscribers, neither to the 5,000 views. It's old at this point. He seems like a nice enough guy. Is he a D or F? Let's go then. You want to go? We could go. D or F. SCV needs his props. I got plenty here. You're naming so many people. I got some people. I'm giving let's put it this way. I'm going to give him a D. It's a train wreck. It's always fun to watch a train wreck. F, D or F. If that's David C, who I think it could be, that's amazing. You guys are all saying F. E for effort. Michael gives him a D. B gives Sven, you're lying. Why you always lying? Sven's lying. Hot garbage. I'm giving him a D just because I do check back in. He's always good for a good cry. He opens up. He shares. I don't see him pushing a lot of the product, which is one of my biggest issues. I don't see him selling you terrible cards. Now, if he wants to open up a card shop, that changes your whole business model. You will be selling people terrible cards. I lived in the Sac area, Stockton, for, I don't know, Manteca, this area. So yeah, years, just for the fact that we're both from Northern California, we'll give him a D. Also, he's always good for a good, entertaining cry. That was kind of a boring video we just watched. Who we hitting next? All right, let's start easy. Eric Michael gets an F. F. Can't stand him. He's been trying to sell product. He's been buying ads on social media forever. He's trying to sell you that he can sell you a program. And his program will make you money. And his program will teach you how to do sports cards the best. And I don't buy any of it. I don't buy his 23,000 subscribers. No chance. I don't buy the look. How to start a sports car business with 500, how to turn 100 into 1,000, how to retire early on using vintage sports cards. I hate his channel the most. I hate what his angle the most. He comes off as so knowledgeable, and he doesn't know shit. I mean, he knows nothing about sports cards. Call in if you're watching. Let's discuss. I can't stand the guy's content. I can't stand that he buys all the ads on social media telling you he can buy into his group, make money. I had someone comment once on a video that they bought into his program and they lost money. Here's the other thing I'm going to say. There's no way in hell, exposing that I don't buy that these lives got this many views. No way in hell. F. Absolute F. No chance. Yes. One time knows. I honestly never heard of him. Ruggs, your life is better for it. And I'm not going to win any friends tonight. I also want to say something else. I didn't get to say this. This is important. I know none of these people. The only one I have somewhat of a friendship with is Gio. And that's still, it's not like we're buddy talking all the time, but I do consider Gio came on the channel 2 years ago when I had 100 views and was nothing. Gio came on the channel 6 months or a year ago when I was nothing. He comes on, he brings good content, he doesn't lie, he tells at least, maybe some things he keeps a little fake. I don't believe, he tells me he's buying into breaks sometimes. I call that BS. I know none of these people. So none of this is personal. I know them through their YouTube content, and I'm basing the tier list off their YouTube content. I know none of them. Zero. I've had a conversation with SCV Sports Cards one time. He is going to come on again. We have something planned. Him versus Geo in a debate where I'll moderate, I'll have the topics, and let's hear Geo and SCV Sports Cards go at it about mystery packs, arena club, bad sponsorships. That'll be fun. But I've still had one conversation, and that's what you saw. Run Good Life. One conversation. That's what you saw. I'm not judging anyone personally. They could be fantastic people. I'm judging their card content. Eric Michaels' card content, I absolutely can't stand. You know, the shame about Mojo and some of the other guys on this list is they had such a head start. They had such, the people were, all they had to do was do it right, and they would have kept a big following. All they had, I'm going to say, I believe that. All any of these guys had to do to start early that did it right. Okay. The guy, Chris Sewell, is one I'd point to. And he's not absolutely huge. He's not growing like weeds. But if I was going to watch anyone on this entire photo of me to the right, that's the one. And I don't watch a lot of any of this. Dustin blocked me. Keep him off the list. Oh, boy. That's something I don't really want to get into. Some behind the scenes there that I'm not really trying to get into. He's on here. He must be hidden by somebody. He's definitely on the list. We'll definitely be putting Dustin Sports Card Dad somewhere in the tier. Again, nothing personal, no attacks on the person. I don't know what you do in your life. Maybe you're a great dad, great brother, great son, great mom. It all has to do with card content. No offense means, hold up, no offense, man, but I don't watch these people. How are you coming to these conclusions? I've watched, because they've been around for 5 years. I came to my conclusions. I've watched every single one of these, and I no longer watch because their content sucks, except our guy Chris Sewell. I watched Neo. The fact that I have to stare at a still all day, I can't watch. I watched Sports Card Dad. The fact that he cared about his sponsorship 1 minute into the video more than his viewers, I couldn't watch. I needed to watch 10 videos of Roth cards, and I've made plenty and put them in videos. I've edited all these people. So to say I haven't watched, I've probably watched more hours than you. Do I watch them for fucking fun? No. Nope. I used to watch Trike. I liked Trike when he was back in the Philippines playing basketball. His content's taken a turn. We've watched Mamba Sports Cards here. I see his content. It gets pushed. American Arbitrage. Another guy started a little bit before me from Vegas. I think it's a little funny how he's always finding things at flea markets and garage sales when I can't find any cards at any garage sale. I've watched Dan the Sports Card Man. Do I watch him today? Not that much. You know, it's all inside the game. All this bullshit I already know. All this stuff that's just going to make me annoyed. I know all of it. It's all BS. There's tons of BS. Have I watched Junk Wax Hero? Of course. Do I watch him right now? Nope. I don't know who the hell this guy is. This is the guy that said something at the beginning of the stream. He wanted a shout out, so I put his stuff. We had his YouTube channel up. I'm not going to go to it now. I just interviewed Run Good Life. I've watched plenty of Teapot to Know. I've seen all these people. I don't watch them because their card content hasn't evolved. Almost no one on this list, I'll make that great argument, none of their content in 5 goddamn years has evolved. None of them decided to get creative. None of them have done fun, cool things. Whenever they do something, it always feels cliche, a shill, boring, weird, and off. So, sorry I got a little passionate. I've watched all these guys. They all inspire me. When you see that toy video over the weekend, or you see a Run Good Life interview, these people on the goddamn screen inspire me to make better content. So, Loud Collector, you're wrong. Hater, wrong. Well, hold up. Do we got that one? Give me a sec. I made a humongous. I don't think I'm going to find it, but anyways, you're wrong.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
You will respect my authority.
All right. I think I already mentioned it. If anyone's going to get S tier, it's our boy Chris Sewell. I mean, if anyone is going to get S tier, it's got to be Chris Sewell.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
All right, no more of those.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Who do we got? Roth cards. That's obvious. There's our boy Dustin. That's who everyone wanted to see. I don't know. You know, you guys are the fault. You guys are my people, I would assume. I hope. Unless you're a loud collector, maybe. Dustin offered me on the show next week, on his show this morning. Do I go on or do I not go on? That's been my question all day. I mean, I worked. I didn't think about it then. And then I had to make the live, so I didn't think about it then. That's my question right now. I haven't had time to think about it. I haven't had time to message him back. S tier means the best. The loud collector, it's boring if I don't react back. What do you, hey, loud collector, you're right. I don't watch any of them. Literally, bro. None of them. I'm going to make a whole tier list. I make content basically as a living without getting paid. And I know none of the other competition. I know none of what they're making. Dumbass. That's what I thought your comment was. I thought it was a dumbass comment. We've all seen these people. If you haven't, sucks, you know, your life's maybe a little better. S tier is the best. Chris Sewell, baseball collector, dealer, investor, genuine, honest. He says he doesn't even want to be a YouTuber. You know, he does it because he loves cards. It helps him stay connected. He has a following. He makes smart videos. He makes interesting videos. They're true to cards. He's not selling you anything. He's not saying, hey, come buy from me. And I respect the shit out of that. And that's why Chris is number one in S tier. Let's keep going. Mamba cards right next to Eric Michael. You fail the class. You fail the grade.
Ever. There's never been anybody who's listening. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Gibson. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his
Praise
children.
be Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
Anyways, I said, come on, stop it already. How long is that thing? Jesus. I said no more. I can't help myself. I made this whole board. I don't even remember what's what. It's fun. It's awesome. Yeah, it's obvious why Mamba Cards gets the F. Take the F, move on. We've all, if you like his content, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why I put EDI sports cards on here. You know, I have no idea, just to give him an F, really. Pac-Man. What are we doing with Pac-Man here? He supposedly has a show that gets a lot of views. No, let me take that back. He has a show that supposedly, apparently, for some reason, gets a lot of views. I see a big difference between him and Run Good Life. Complete difference. Like, share, and subscribe every video. You want to get in the free givey? Get in this chat. His video numbers are a little off to me. I don't see him using the kids very often. He's pumping that toy. D or F. I'll leave it up to chat. D or F. And there's some Pac-Man fans out there. There are some Pac-Man fans out there. Some of you are being nice, giving him a C, unless I'm reading something that's boring. All he does is open cards and push product. Yeah, it's very fake. You know, his Arena Club videos want to make me give him an F. Now that I'm thinking back to it, his Arena Club videos, he hasn't made one in a couple weeks. Let's see. 363,000.
This year, the 2025 National
probably fake subscribers. His last video 49 minutes ago already has 4,000 views. No, dude. No way. I mean, maybe. What do I know? 38,000 views, 22. Hobby versus retail, September basketball boom boxes. Let's push those boom boxes. Can I get a boom? The last ever Mac. Hey, anyone that does this thumbnail starting off at a C, and really we all know it's leading to an F. Anyone that does this thumbnail, you know it's heading one direction to an F. Can't stand it. Can't stand the thumbnail. There's someone doing their social media. He's not making his thumbnails. Someone not in sports cards. They think this is the way. ChatGPT tells them to use emotion, tells them to use faces like this. And you come off as an idiot. You come off as an idiot. I mean, it's just really that fun. It's really true.
Well, look at this, prima donna!
I'm giving him an F. I'm giving him an F for 2 reasons. The Arena Club push he did for the last 2 months, shameless. He doesn't care who he's sponsoring. He doesn't care that he's pushing Boombox. He doesn't kill the thumbnail is another part of it. Here's another Boombox. So what did Boombox give him? What did Boombox? Why is he not doing Arena Club? Why is he doing Boombox? Is there a new trade here? Some trade of money? Maybe trade of cards? I don't know, but that's good for Boombox for him to open it, get 30,000 views. I don't know if they're real views. Maybe not. We got 81,000 views on watching him open 106 packs ever to kick it off. Who the hell cares? There's not 81,000 people watching that. You watch card content. If you think there's 81,000 people watching this, you're a fool. Go, you watch all the other channels. Why do only the big ones that started early that all kind of have connections and are opening weird stuff? Why does he have 81,000 views and other people doing that, like Run Good Life, doesn't have 81,000 views? Why are Run Good Life's always very steady? Why are Run Good Life's not pushed to this number? It makes no sense. And Run Good Life has a way bigger following live. And I'm not pumping or blowing smoke to Run Good Life. I'm speaking the truth. Run Good Life has 500 to 1,000 people in his lives. We went into his live on Whatnot. There was 49 people in there. It was a toy. I don't give a crap. There was no givey. I don't care. If there's a givey, there'd be more. But Run Good Life has 500. He has a far bigger following. I see my comment section. I see the difference. What you have to say about Run Good Life versus Pac-Man. There's no way these 81,000 views are organic. The problem is, without going into his YouTube, no one can ever prove it. But I wasn't born yesterday. This is discrediting your intelligence. And the crazy part is no one is saying this. No one is thinking this. A lot of people go and see, someone sent me something on Jeff Wilson doing something with Bo Jackson. It was the fakest goddamn thing I ever saw. There's only 127 comments. People in the comments, they're not saying how staged it was. It was more staged than Storage Wars. It's just crazy how some of this stuff is. So there are the idiots out there, or the noobs, or people, the real green. Let's give them some credit. They're probably just new to the hobby or young, but it's all staged. It's all fake. And so are probably these views. I'm giving Pac-Man an F for playing the system. I don't think he cares the main thing about his viewers. I think he cares more about shilling a bad product. I'm giving my personal take, just what I think. I don't know him from nothing. He could be a very good dude. I know none of these people. I'm not attacking them, their personal life. I'm attacking their content on YouTube. And this is what we have so far. Who would get the next highest grade? I'm looking at all these guys. If anyone had a chance at S tier out of this group, I don't even know who I'm giving an A from here. Who do I like in this group? Dan the Card Man. Junk Wax Hero, even though I don't watch a lot of it. He's himself. He's honest. He gets steady views. Who would be number 2? Oh, Scotty B Cards is hard not to put up there. I'm not going to give Scotty B Cards an S, but I am going to give him an A tier. I think Scotty B deserves A tier. I did reach out to him yesterday, maybe this morning or late last night. Haven't heard back. He also might not check. Some people don't check a certain social media. They check the other. I'd love to have him on. I think he makes genuine content. We're going to give Scotty B Cards A tier. If you've never seen his stuff, it didn't grow. He has a decent following. He does the show, the little with Teapot and a couple other people. I forget. Well, let's check his card channel out real quick. Come on, Jackie Rum. Okay, fine. Scotty B. Let's see. 32,000 subscribers. 2.7 10 hours ago, 3.6 5 days ago, 3.8 7 days ago. You know, I like Scotty B. I'll give one little critique. I think he makes very genuine, honest, real content. You learn something, it's knowledgeable. I'm going to say something I said back to the beginning of the show. I feel like almost I don't know that I could name one of these guys where they, and maybe Run Good Life, their content never evolved. The content stayed the same. They kept ringing the same bell, the same episode over and over. Watch me buy 10,000 in cards. It was the same. You know, I'm going to a card show. I can't think of some of the other repeating ones, but most of these, Scotty B makes good content. It's not necessarily crazy YouTube ready content. You know, when you're looking at 7,000, 4.93, I guess.
Hey guys, it's Scott with Scotty B.
You're competing with YouTube. You know, even boring video game channels don't look like this. You know, even people telling you about sneakers, they're just not charts. You know, there has to be some evolution. And I would say look at other niches. I do like Scotty B cards. I put him in the A tier. My one little critique, and that's someone I like. And you could critique my channel all day. I'm sure there's stuff I'm always thinking how to do better. I'm always thinking, what can I learn? And that's even in talks I've had with some of these guys. That's not some of their attitude. That's definitely not some of the attitude from some of them. I'm not going to say all. But I've seen very little evolution from almost any of these channels. Scotty B Cards will put him in A. He makes great content. It's real. I'd love to see a little evolution in his content. Roth Cards, F's going to get crowded fast, huh? I'm not a fan of Roth Cards. I don't like what he pushes. I don't like his videos. He tries to make sports cards look like something bigger and more exciting and like you're a baller. Same thing with Mamba Cards. They kind of have I think they did a video together, which wouldn't be surprising, but they have a similar style, and I'm just not for it. It's not how I view cards. It's not how I want cards represented. It's not how I want kids to see cards. It's not how I want people to be putting. I don't want someone, okay, I'm going to put $10,000 in cards because I saw a Roth Cards or Black Mamba video. Now, I don't think if anyone is that dumb to watch their video and do that, they deserve to lose their money. But I don't like their card content. Don't know them for anything. Have no idea. Just not a fan of the content. All right. Dan the Sports Card Man. He's getting a tough one. Over the weekend, I did invite Sports Card Dad to call in the live. And that was kind of where I was at. If he's going to come support and call in the live, he gave me shit about Gio being. I'm not going to get into our whole conversation. He gave me shit about having Gio. And it's like, dude, Gio takes his time to come on the live and call. Gio takes his time to tune in and comment and chat and interact with you guys. So if Sports Card Dad is willing to come on the live, just, and support a little bit, then yes, let's do some collaboration. And I did throw that out to him to call in the live. I thought it would be good way for you to all see him, good way to warm up, good way to, so he just doesn't show up on my channel out of nowhere. I just don't show up on his channel out of nowhere. I haven't seen a call yet. We haven't seen a call yet. I'll be live tomorrow at 5 also. I think Fridays I'm going to do 5 also, but a short show. I liked going live Friday. I liked having Saturday off. It's felt like forever since I've seen all of you, which is, it's nice to be back on and seeing some of you in the chat, carddeal.com. This is what we got so far. I feel like I want to give Dan the Card Man an A or B. I don't give him S tier. Again, his content hasn't evolved. I do like Dan the Card Man's content. I do like his angle. I haven't seen evolution in almost any of these channels. And that's what I want to see. Let's make sports cards channels great. And I can't even say the again because it was never great. Off-centered, that's it. What are we giving Dan the Card Man? A or B? I can't give Dan an A because he's so negative. I don't mind the negative. He's being on. Charles, I want to say something on that from at least someone making content. When you see someone like Jeff, Ryan Card Collector 2, Eric Michael, Roth Cards, Pac-Man, Mamba Cards, who else? Tyler Tarver, Trike Sports Cards. They're all taking such a hard stance of being too happy. They're all taking such a hard stance on telling you why sports cards are the best. So Dan the Card Man has to take a hard stance. You know, he's fighting against all these others that I want to hear the complaint then that they're all so lovey-dovey. They're all roses. I forget what did Sports Card Radio call them. Sports Card Radio had a name, the happy something. I forget what they called them. The happy people. That's not it. I can't remember. They're too cozy. They're too happy. They're too everything's great. So when Dan the Carman or myself even have to take the other side, it's very hard to play the middle because you're going up against unscrupulous people. You're going up against unscrupulous channels. So why fight fair? I don't feel the fight is fair, and nothing I'm doing is dirty, but you kind of have to take the other side. And that's Dan's side. I do think his side could evolve. I do think the channel, he could still take his stance. He could still be against what everyone else is doing because what they're doing is garbage. They are not calling out. And even when they do, even they're so lovey-dovey in bed with each other, even when they do call out Tops or Panini, it seems too light. It seems off. It seems a little fake because they're with the company. Some of these people, they're up with the high ups. Some of these people, I don't buy. If I was Canadian, maybe I'd be happy I was Canadian too. Dan the Cardman's Australian. I'll give him a B. I do think he's a tier lower than Scotty B. I think Scotty B is a little more. I learn more from Scotty B's channel watching his content. Dan the Cardman content, I like his angles. I like what he's talking about. I'd like to see something different. You know, not even go positive, go happy, but just a little change up. Throw a change up once in a while. EDI Sports Cards doesn't fit on the list. We're giving him an F. Nah, let's give him a D. Let's be nice. I really don't like his content all that much. I don't like his takes. I don't agree with any of his takes. Not really a fan. I don't find it very YouTube friendly. We got to make room on F. This is who we got left. What is that? 16 more? We give him an F or D. John Matthews likes EDI, says certainly unique. Mike Petty gives him a C+. What's your opinion of Ty Wilson? We'll get that in a minute. Let's slow roll that one. You guys say C. You guys are liking him more than me. He called. Okay, let's break it down. There is a little bit of a vendetta on this one. Nothing personal. Nothing. I don't know the guy from nothing. 4 months ago, Sports Card Radio gave me a little shout out in their blog. Want to go find it? Why not?
Hey guys,
maybe I'll lose you here. Let's go find. They don't have much out. It'll be easy to find. Sports Card Radio. Let's see if we can find their little blog. What would it be under? Posts. And it was which one? 3 months ago, probably this one. That's not there. I don't know where the hell he wrote it. Either here or in the blog. I can't remember. EDI Sports Cards calling me a doofus, an idiot, trying to kiss up to Sports Card Radio. This was 3 or 4 months ago. I don't know. So it kind of, you know, I also find his stuff to sound a little whiny. Let's just scroll down to the bottom. Here we go. 3 more comments. Am I crazy? It's gone. It's gone. Did he change his opinion? It's gone. Hey, guys. Oh, no. Here it is. Hey, guys. This is EDI Sports. This is wild shit. Someone posted a comment on my video about you getting paid off. And I responded the following. Is this some consideration? So he doesn't feel like they got paid off. I mean, he's just kissing up to them. And this is before my channel was anything. Too many noobs in the hobby who think you got started in 2020 like Professor Dork Cards. All right. That was it. Professor Dork Cards. Hey, takes one to know one. I've never seen a bigger dork than EDI Sports Cards. I mean, is that fair? I mean, at least that's fair. That's true. So this was June 7th, by the way. July 7th, August 7th, September 7th, 3.5 months ago. But really, I mean, to call somebody a dork, don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. If you've never seen EDI Sports Cards, let's do it. I mean, come on. Hey, he has the face. What are you thinking, bro? But he's doing the face. It's an automatic D or F. I almost want to give him an F because now he's making the goddamn face. Stop it with the face. Why do you think that works? Nobody knows who you are. Nobody cares. Put somebody else on your thing. I don't understand why these people think they're relevant enough to put their face on their god. You know who doesn't put his face on his thumbnails? Run Good Life. Less of an ego. That's what it tells me. That's the vibe I got talking to him. You know who doesn't do this stupid ass face? Chris Sewell. You know who doesn't do this stupid ass face? Scotty B. Cards. This is a weird face. Is he eating hot dogs? It's a weird face.
Not only are you a hot dog, a grandstander, a showboat, and a prima donna, but you're a liar too.
Dork. All right. F. I'm giving him an F. You like his content? I don't care. Nah, I said I wouldn't make it personal. Fine. You don't like him? I'll give him a D. We'll stick it a D. He's not Eric Michael. He's not Mamba Cards. He's not Roth Cards, and he's not Pac-Man. Some of you might argue he's even above our boy Mojo, and he deserves a C. But for the face, we tried to watch content early, and people were giving me shit. Boring. It'll go last all night. I mean, if we just run through it, it's going to last a half hour. I don't really want to watch his card content. Let's do 30 seconds. Let's just judge 30 seconds. This fucking face, bro. Why? Why the face? It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Why does this say no views 2 days ago? That's got to be something wrong there. But what?
In 1990.
Okay, 2.5 thousand. Oh no, how many views? 551 views. It's not the face. This video in 2 days has 500 views. You don't need the face. Less people are going to watch. I'm never going to click this unless I'm trolling you on YouTube in my real life, just because the goddamn face. It's so ridiculously stupid. And it got 500 views, so it's also not doing you a wonder.
In 1990, my father had a chance to buy the SGC 9.5 1952 Mickey Mantle card for $52,000. Back in 2023, that card sold for $12.6 million.
Where are we going with this?
The problem is that everybody wants to have a crystal ball to figure out which card should I buy now for a couple grand that'll be worth $1 million in the future.
Hate an
The
intro.
problem
He
is-
did. Hey, he evolved. I'm pretty sure that intro used to be longer. Almost positive years ago, that intro used to be much longer. Good for you. I still giving him a D or F.
That none of your cards are going to the moon like that. And that's the issue that I see in the hobby. And it kind of became clear to me because I put up about $7,000 worth of
I don't hate it. Oh, he put up how much?
cards on Veriswap. And so I've been looking at cards that I want to trade for. Now, let me just give a little caveat to that. When you look for cards that you are looking for, remember, it's about your collection and the things that you like.
Minute. I was intrigued. I'm starting to get a little bored. I'm starting to fall off a little. I'm gonna give it 15 more seconds. This is how I'm being honest as a viewer, a YouTube viewer. If I'm feeling that way, I'm not on my, I can't see you guys right now. I'm assuming maybe some viewers are ticking off. Maybe you're interested, maybe you're not. I'm starting to lose a little bit. I was interested. Let's see where he goes. I'll give him another 10 seconds.
All you're doing is looking for cards of value. Again, you don't care about the cards. You only care about money and value. You're going to get screwed 9 times out of 10. Yes, you will get lucky, but most of the time you're going to screw yourself. And the reason why is because you don't really understand the card market. You don't.
I like the angle. You got to come in hot. I mean, this is just me talking. Well, I know nothing. I'm building a channel. My channel's not huge. You have, Sports Card Radio said this in their lives, and they're not wrong. This is too, people don't listen to this. You want someone with the harder take. I don't hate what he's saying here. In the past, I haven't heard him talk like this from what I've watched. But I do feel there needs to be a little more. It's YouTube. It's fucking YouTube.
Don't really understand why cards have value or not.
I'm out. We did it. I'll give him a D. Good enough. I'll bump it. You know, maybe he deserves a C. The Professor Dork cards, I kind of want to give him a D. Takes one to no one. No one's a bigger dork than this guy.
Not only are you a hot dog, a grandstander, a showboat, and a prima donna, but you're a liar too.
We got 16 left. Some interesting ones coming up. All right. Next F. Ba-ba-da-ba. But with pleasure. With pleasure. I've hated his stuff for a long time. Never talked about it. My channel was never big. When I started to get a little viewers, I'm like, hey, why give him any show? He's no one's watching his shit. Where'd I see him? Where'd I see him 2 weeks ago? Anyone in the chat, did you see him somewhere 2 weeks ago? Anybody see this guy pop up somewhere that we're all familiar with? You don't want to know him, Mike. Who does he remind me of? Eric Michael. He's not. He was in the toy video showing you his toy collection, being excited to get his box from whatever, Ghost Right, the stupidest name I've ever heard for a sports toy. He was on Sports Card Nonsense. One of the people had him on Sports Card Nonsense. Shame. So let me get this straight, Gio. Let's get this straight. I don't know who's running your Sports Card Nonsense shit. You're going to have Tyler Tarver on your YouTube before me. I hope he's watching. I hope he hears this. You're going to have... You had Chris Sewell on after I interviewed him. And not me. No invitation for YouTube. You had Tyler Tarver on. Bitch-ass Tyler Tarver. And not me.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
What's up, Gio? What's up? What are you doing over there? You're taking courtyard money. You're having Tyler Tarver on your channel. Should we do Gio now? Let's do Gio now. Where's Gio's mug? This is tough. I mean, there's a little bias, right? Just like I'm a little biased with EDI sports cards, call me Professor Dork cards. Get out of here, bro. Hey, let's put on some boxing gloves. Let's see who's the bigger dork. I mean it, for content. Other niches have done this where they box for content. Let's bring a boxing card to content. The main event, me versus EDI. Who else we got on here? Who's Pac-Man fighting? We got to see Mamba cards versus Roth cards. I want to see Eric Michael versus Tyler Tarver. I want to see Gio versus Sports Card Dad. I think that would be fun. Gio versus Sports Card Dad. I haven't been able to keep up in chat. I've been so going. Sorry, guys. But yeah, Loud Collector, I don't know who you are. Get a channel, get some views. Maybe it'll make good content. No one wants to see you. And hey, if you have a YouTube card channel with over 10,000 subscribers, let's do it. I'll make you that deal, Loud Collector. I'm down. But I don't think you've put in the time, energy, effort, the care, the love. So no, I will not put on the gloves to fight you. But Professor Dork cards, EDI sports cards call me. Sure, I'm a dork. I like dork. I'm the first to admit it. I like nerdy things. But let's see who's the bigger dork. All right, we were going to do Gio. I don't know what to do with Gio. The thing is, I respect Gio's podcast because he hasn't been pushing his product. He doesn't shill product. He's not pushing stuff. However, the recent Courtyard video made me lose some respect, Gio. Let's see if we can find it. It was a short that I saw.
The Sports Cards Nonsense podcast will also be doing a few more giveaways here and there because we are now going to be working with Courtyard.
Let me tell you something. These companies don't pay a small amount. They pay a big amount. I'm going to repeat, these companies pay a very, very big amount. Public knowledge. Gio came on and said this year they're going to make more on sponsors than on the other stuff. Than on the, did he say breaks or on the, I think he did, but, or not just on the content. Yeah, the content would be sponsors. I don't want to mess that up, but he's making a ton of money. The only reason you take this company and push them and shill them is because they paid you a lot of money. Good money.
To offer giveaways to our listeners. It is interesting how easy it is and how kind of addictive it is.
I'm keeping every Griffey card I hit and Brady. I like that. I mean, hey, it's free stuff. If you like it, great. Give it a try. Give it
When you're if you like it, great. What's he about to say?
shot and do it. They do the instant buyback thing for like what 90%. Fantastic.
Fantastic. No, man, it's not fantastic. If you want to do it, do it. Sure, lose money. If you want to do it, do it. No, I don't agree with that for shit. And I tell Gio right now, it's terrible. You're pushing something that's garbage. And it's not transparent either. Like those two companies are just not as transparent as they should be. All the marketing, all the dirty, like whatnot, like is a little cringe, dirty marketing. So, some of you say Gio should be a B. So I saw Gio should get a B. I don't feel like why I should give him a B. I think a C is correct. I think maybe a B prior. I think the fact that he had Tyler Tarver on Sports Card Nonsense before me, I don't understand what the brand, before he sold to these other guys, before he has these other people on his channel, maybe I would have given him a B. I think I would have. Now that I don't love the new role. I don't love this guy, Clever Cuban, coming on. I don't love whoever the hell else is coming on. I think that one guy stopped. The Roy Alfred. Is this him right here? Roy, I don't know what the fuck his name is. This dude, I'm just not a fan. 195 views. They're not doing your channel any good. That's my opinion. Where the hell's Tyler Tarver? He came on with Clever Cuban. Tyler Tarver. So anyway, I don't like I told you this already, by the way, off camera. I didn't like this direction. I thought he was the brand. I thought him and Jesse were the brand. Who the hell's this guy? Why do we want to hear what he has to say? I don't. Oh, good old Mamba Breaks on the channel. Good for you. Hey, I almost want to bump it down to a D. He's clearly he's a good talker. He's good at schmoozing it, but he's clearly taking one angle. Maybe not. Is this the best time to ever sell your sports card? To show you Tony the GOAT? I don't know. Maybe, I don't feel he pushes as bad as others. We'll give him a C. I'm giving Gio. Where do we put him? Gio's getting a C. I'd probably give him a B if it wasn't for Courtyard and for the new angle. We got 14 more people. Where's Dustin go? I feel like Dustin's a Mojo. Dustin, nothing. I bet Dustin's a great dad. I bet he's a great husband. It's nothing. Well, God damn it. It's nothing against Dustin. It's about the channel. And we got to be honest. I'm not in love with the content. It's a grind that he puts up videos every day. I would have loved him to call in right now. That would have made for good content. Let's see what he's doing lately. Didn't I do a Labubu video? What do you know? Next thing you know. Yeah, I mean, I think it's an easy D. I don't need to give him an F, but I'm not a huge fan. I think it's lazy content. He is doing interviews recently. Good. That's really good. That maybe, it's easier than making a whole video, but I just find some of it a little bit lazy. A lot more interviews recently. Good for him. Do I want to hear him and Jeff talk? Hell no. A lot less videos recently too. Am I crazy? Hold on. 12 hours, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. No, every day. 4, 5, 6. That's the one place I do give him credit. It's not easy to make videos every day, but I also think it's quality over quantity. He's choosing quantity over quality. I do think that quality does matter. And I think the rate that he pumps them out and the love that he gives them, I think sometimes people want quality over quantity. Every day is a lot. All right, easy. It's a D for me. Neo's next. If we're going to do Sports Card Dad, we might as well go right into Neo Cards and Comics. Channel's been consistent. It's always interesting. Like, why did this do 1.2? Is it just the thumbnail? As a content creator, that's the thing you think of. Like, hey, I'm getting 3, 4, 5,000 views each video steady. Why is this one only get 1.2? Are we ever truly collection complete? Odd titling wordage, maybe the Indiana Jones. But most of us have 3,000, 2.4, 2.7. 1.8, 2.4. Huge top redemption player I'm speculating on. Okay, good luck with that. This is a response to me. Or Rocco. Let's give some credit to Rocco from coming on, even though he's a little different, little, eccentric kind of guy, figuring life out as all of us are. But he did come on and tell us a little bit about PSA. I'm going to give Neo a C. I do think Neo's content is a step above the D-Bro there. I think it's hard to make content every day. From what you guys told me, he works full time. That's not easy. My biggest gripe is the still shot. It's the no evolution. It's every time I tune in, it's the same thing. And I see a lot of stills. If I'm going to watch a still on a chart, still someone doing that, I'm going to watch it on the stock market. I'm watching on something besides cards. I don't want to stare at stills all the time. So I got to change it. You can't see my face. Oh man, I'm way behind on comments. Neo is definitely not an A. You're crazy if he's an A. Let's go look at his content. Prices are going up. PSA delays. A dealer's perspective on the current market and repack. Are we truly consistent in sports car? I'm going to come out with a bold statement. And maybe you say I'm wrong. Maybe you're a fiend. Maybe you're an absolute fiend for whatever they throw in front of you. But I'm going to make a bold statement about sports cards. They're not interesting enough to make a good video every day on. You're talking about something fucking boring, some bullshit, something I don't need to hear about. There's a lot of stuff in the world, and sports cards, if we go, I've done this many times. We go look, let's just do it. Why not? I don't think I have it in my streaming here. Yeah, I do. Sure do. To prove a point, I always do this. The sports card news website is boring as hell. We could go find a million other things that would make front page, third page, fifth page over sports card news. So my argument with this type of content is I just don't think, I think making a video a day is a strict 2 videos a day here on this one, both 11 days ago. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. They don't know 3, 2, 1. I think it's part of the reason I started coming live. I think it gets stale making a video every day. Sports card content is not, the sports card niche, there's not enough to talk about. We had 3 big stories in the last couple months. The memorabilia scam where everyone's scamming the guy that kills himself. What's the next one? We got the Logan Paul and Ken Golden opening the Magic Johnson. And I feel like there was a much bigger one more recently that all of a sudden is escaping my mind. Those are the big stories. Outside of that, you got to make something clever. You got to reach. I just find a lot of this every single day. It's not that interesting. Sports car, I don't care. Neo just having a screen to stare at. It's not for me.
You two people. Everyone's
how easy would it be to put your face in the corner? I think you go the best. I watch a lot of different YouTube stuff. Almost none of them just hide their face unless you have a video that's really well edited. It's called a no face channel. But these kind of channels are go and lots of information and lots of editing, lots of clips. There's no reason why Neo shouldn't have his face right here. Just how I feel. It's why I stopped watching. I know it's a small thing, but the fact that I'm just staring at this still the whole time, it's hard for me. I don't want to do it every day.
Because we're in a bubble.
Cussing is not... Jesus Christ, the cussing. Dude, I'm on here for 2 hours. Here's the honest take. I'm treating you guys like I treat my friends. As if I'm having a conversation with my friend on the phone. Because that is, in my opinion, the best way to do this. And just sometimes, I let out a curse. Yes. Am I trying to do it less? Absolutely. Am I aware of it? Absolutely. Is it part of a lot of our vernacular when you talk to a buddy? Absolutely. So I'm just trying to be as honest, candid, and genuine as possible. And that's how I talk. Now I am aware and I'm trying to do it less on camera. Absolutely. 100%. But I don't think I've been throwing them out left and right.
The market's hot. Everything's going to the moon. It's never been like this before. It's insane. It's crazy.
Loud Collector, you're an idiot. Dude. You're an idiot. It's easy to say that from wherever the hell you are. You sound like an idiot. Why are you still talking about it 20 minutes later? I have a show to run. I'm not going to babysit you, bro. You want me to babysit you? Oh, good boy. Good little boy. Thanks for being here. Why are we still talking about that? I told you I'd do it with a card content collector because you know what? It makes for good content. I don't know who the hell you are. You don't have a channel. You know, it's no offensive. Why do you keep bringing it up? Move on with your life. Do something better. Enjoy the show. Shut the hell up. You're a big man. Very big man. Who are we doing here? All right. American Arbitrage is someone that also is from Vegas. Here's my problem. This guy at the beginning of the stream named Over the Year Sports said, hey, I want to see you do Over the Year Sports. So he's giving a shout out to himself and his podcast buddies. Oh, Tyler Tarver, F. F plus, F minus. Scotty B with a B. Neo with a C. EDI. All right. Where were we? Here's the problem with this content. And maybe there's legitimate views for it. Maybe not. First of all, I find it hard to believe he has such good luck showing up to swap meets, showing up to flea markets, and always finding some crazy score. Seems odd. Okay. Also, I've watched, I used to watch this guy that owns a pawn shop in Chicago. Very entertaining. Has a bird. It's a whole thing. Cat. You see people come in, but there's only so that you can't keep. Eventually, you get tired of the same shtick. And that's my thing with this. Every day he's walking, going in somewhere, finding something in the box. I mean, how much can you watch that content? It's over and over. It never changes. Like, I'm sorry. First of all, I don't find it legit that you're always finding amazing things every time on camera. And second, it just gets old. I mean, I don't want to watch this. I know what's going to happen. I know everything that's happening. There's no story here. There's nothing interesting. It's always the same thing. Maybe it's interesting the first few times. I also want to show you a year ago, 47,000 views, 47,000 views, 40,000 views, 48,000 views 9 months ago. So either people stopped caring or he stopped paying to have his videos pushed because now it's 4,000, 7,000, 4,000, 5,000, 5,000. And people, the people that don't know how YouTube works will always say, oh, you're being biased because those videos are older. I forget the number. It's something like 10 million, and I'm probably way short. 10 million, 2 million, whatever the ridiculous million number of videos are added to YouTube every day. How often do you go watch somebody's 2-year-old content? Even a YouTuber I fall in love with, maybe during COVID, I had more time. Very rare do I go watch their content from a year and a half ago. So sometimes I get that in the comments when I make these, oh, you're comparing it to a video 2 years ago. It could have got more views. That's not how YouTube works. It's what have you done for me lately? There's 2 million. I think that number's way low. New videos added to YouTube every single day. You don't have time to go watch their 2-year-old, 1-year-old video, but you can see his videos are doing a lot less, 5, 6, 6. So then it makes you question all the numbers. Is he just paying a little bit now to get these numbers? I don't buy these numbers. I don't see how someone could keep watching this same content every time. We know the shtick. I know the answer. I know the story. And maybe I'm just not easily amused. Maybe some people are more easier amused. Oh, breaking news. For the record, the Loud Collector is legitimately one of the biggest and best personalities in all of hobby YouTube. Ronnie, one who doesn't know. Okay, how much do you weigh and how tall are you? Let's set this up. And what's your channel name? What's the guy's name? The Loud Collector? Does he have a channel? The Loud Collector Sports Cards. Holy shit, here we go. Maybe I will have been matched here. Why does this have 734,000? I don't buy it. Where's this channel here? The Loud Collector. 25,000 subs. All right. I take it back. You win. How much do you weigh? What height are you? Let's do this for content. For content, let's do it. Why not? He's not out of shape. Little odd choice here. I like that he's a hockey guy. He's not doing, I'm sure he's not the same. I'm not a hockey person. That's why I don't know this person. I'd come on ever. Oh God, you're so much taller. I hope you're talking about sport. Now I'm walking back. I'm 5'6", $150. But this guy, I think for sure. Loud collector. Let's have fun. Why not? I can take a punch. I'd come on if you're ever looking for an alternate perspective. This could be a productive decision. For instance, I respectfully disagree. Hey, Trike, of course. I want Trike. Here's what I'm about. I'm about more conversation. You know, there's so many people leaning to the right that I have to lean to the left hard because you guys are all leaning to the right so hard. It's such bullshit in my opinion. But Trike, call in, or if you don't want to call in on a live, let's do an interview for sure. I will try to DM you and find you. We even have American Arbitrage. Holy cow. I put in a little bait, a fishing rod. I didn't know this. They're all here. Trike, American Arbitrage. They all want to know. Where did we put you? I hope I already did American Arbitrage. No. And now he's here. Now, where was I going to put him, C or D? I find it way too repetitive, way too stale. I watched you, American Arbitrage. I believe you're from Las Vegas. When I was starting my channel, you were starting your channel. You got a huge boost. I'm like, damn, look at this guy go. I wanted to watch your stuff. Then every single goddamn show was the same goddamn thing. You getting lucky, finding something in a dollar box. You getting lucky, finding something at a flea market. I couldn't do it anymore. I got bored. I mentioned this earlier in the show. You guys have none. Who else was on your Trike? Trike, you've devolved. Is that a word? You have not evolved. You've devolved. I liked your stuff, Trike. Now you're doing shit with Mamba cards. Now you're pushing $1 million collection. You're selling it as something you're not. I took you as way more humble and genuine. I mean, that's what I don't know any of you personally. I took your content. I don't know you, Trike. Based off your content when you're playing in the Philippines, I thought you were very honest, genuine. You love sports cards. And your channel has taken a very different turn. American Arbitrage is here. I'm giving him a D just because it's repetitive. I mean, it's the same thing over and over every video. I don't watch the podcast. I don't know your take on sports cards. I'm making content. I have people reaching out to me. I have 3 hours of conversations on the phone, off record with people to get knowledge, to learn. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to get better. I don't feel that's the same for a lot of the people on this list. They got stay. This works for me on YouTube. I'm going to stay in this lane even if views are going down. Almost everyone from a C and below. I would have gave Gio a B, but he's also changing it up, adding these new people, pumping Courtyard. Not for me. Not for me. Run Good Life is not my content. Here's the problem. I don't watch Run Good Life. I watch almost everyone else here. I've watched Run Good Life over the years, but that stuff's not for me. From what I understand from interviewing them, from what I understand from the comments, a lot of people respect Run Good Life for not pushing product, for telling you how the product is. He's still a breaker, not a fan, huge fan of breaking. Holy shit, this will be fun. We got to pause. This will be fun. I met this guy at a card show in Vegas, maybe front row, maybe 3 years ago. We said what's up for a minute. His channel was doing really well. My channel was not. It was fun to see him. Let's introduce our guest. Hey, boy, I'm glad you called. That's awesome. I hate our Mike.
How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I appreciate you having me on here. It came up. I guess respect. Yeah, the content is going well because it just came up in my algorithm, and I was like, oh, what is this?
Now.
It was. I don't know if clickbaity is the word, but it definitely grabbed my attention. And,
I figured it would grab some people's attention for sure.
But yeah, man, I don't want to come on.
Question.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead. You lead it.
Okay, these are my questions. If you don't want to go there, I'll let you go where you want to go.
Open book.
I love it. That's the best. What's the deal with you and Mamba Cards doing that video? I lost some respect there with that video. And maybe I'm just way off on Mamba Cards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely. So first of all, like no question is off limits for me. Like the one thing I'll stand on is you can criticize whatever, like this, and that, but I will give you the honest answer. Like I have nothing to hide. With the Mamba Cards thing, I guess my question would be, what's your issue with that video? Because I don't understand.
I mean, it's the Bugatti. It's his. I mean, my issue with all that type of content, which yours was not. In fairness, I like yours because yours was not. He's showing his fancy cars. He has his chains on. I mean, we're not rap artists. You know, I mean, we're
Okay.
not athletes. It's I find there to be a lot more humbleness in cards than what's going on and so it's way too brash. It's it comes off very egotistical. And I don't know him, but that's how the content comes off to me.
For sure. I mean, that's totally fair. Like, I guess my thing would be if you don't like Mamba's style, right? Or you don't like him personally, but I guess and not to like, I didn't come on here to like go at you, right?
I'm
Like,
down. This is what people. I'm not taking
perspective.
anything personal, Trike. Nothing.
Yeah, I think it's different to say like, hey, that if you watch the Mamba Cards video and you're like, hey, this isn't for me. I'm not into the flash. Like some people, like for me, a lot of times I'd rather watch a dollar boxing video than someone spending $100,000 at a card show. But I wouldn't look at the $100,000 card show video and be like, that's bad content.
Do you watch that content? Because I don't like any of it. I think it's some of the worst content. I think it's shoving your money in other people's faces for me. And it's lazy content.
$100,000 stuff. Like I said, I don't have my thing is I don't have unless someone, I guess that's my main pushback against some of like the criticisms I've seen that you've put out on content is like, I don't have an issue. I won't say content is quote unquote bad unless they're like lying or deliberately pump and dumping or putting bad advice out there into the hobby. But like, for instance, I don't like I agree with you. I don't like watching someone just spending $100,000 on cards for no reason, but that's just my perspective. I wouldn't say it's like bad content. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get you on. I lost you. Hold up. My StreamYard's been weird tonight. I wanted us both on with
You're
the
good.
background, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I'll push back on that.
Okay.
I think it is a bad place to put, I think there's so many smarter unless you're rich, unless you have a lot of money and don't know what to do with it, then fair, but that's not most people in America right now.
Yeah,
and I do think pushing these really expensive cards or just showing how flashy you are with these cards, it's not just Mamba. I don't like when Jeff does it. I don't like when any of these guys, and hey, I'll give you credit. You made a couple really well edited videos, like some of the best edited videos I've seen of you going to Target, and then they copied you, and then Market Movers copied the video.
That did happen.
It did happen. Yes.
Yeah.
I respected that content so much, but then it's been,
yeah, that's
I'm
fair.
spending 10,000. I'm spending 50,000.
I think my biggest pushback against some of the stuff I've heard from you is like, it's one thing to say like, this isn't the content for me. You don't enjoy it as much, but I think that I've heard some conflating between like dangerous bad content and content that you just necessarily don't like,
It's because you're pushing something that I don't believe in.
Okay. So
that's what it is.
For instance, in the Mamba video, right? If we did that video and we were like, what's up, guys? By the way, sign up for our course if you want to be rich because sports cards is the way to get rich. Like, then I'd be like, dude,
but you're
call
saying
this guy
that
out.
without saying that by showing the car, showing the chain. To me, it's an assumption. It's like, oh, okay. It's kind of they're really showing off.
I mean, what I'll agree with you with is I think that there is some things that can go unsaid, and I think that I try to be wary of that, and other creators should be wary of like, kids or people will see this, like certain things we do, even if we're not saying it, and be like, oh, I have to follow them and do that. So I will give you that. But I guess the main, if I'm going to put like a stake down here, would be that there's a big difference. Like if I will rally with everyone in here and with you, if we find someone and he's like, hey kids, spend all your money on sports cards, screw the stock market, drop out of school, here's how you get rich, I'd be like, yo, F content, let's get that guy out. But if we're just going to get on people because they're making flashy
I am taking what you say to heart. I'm not just pushing back to push back. This is inspires my content.
Yeah.
They don't have to say it. When I'm buying $100,000 worth of sports cards in my title, and it's not just Mamba, let's give it credit. Some of these other guys are doing it too. They don't need to say they're making a video on it. They're being excited about it. That goes without being said. It is pushing it. It is showing it. And I don't know how long you've done cards. That's never been what cards has been to me. Ever, ever, ever. It's all, instead of about the cards, it's about the money. It's about the clout, the showing off. And that's my heart of that's, and you're saying maybe it's not that. Maybe you're saying it's not that.
I mean, there definitely is. I mean, but at the same time, like actually Neo did a good video on it. Like you were just talking about it. Like the video that got 1.2K views. That was a collecting video. He was showing off his collection. Nobody watched.
You're right.
So that's also the tough
You're not
thing,
wrong
right?
there.
Like, and I agree, it is a tough balance as a YouTuber, because a lot of times, not actually, believe it or not, some of my best videos are like dollar boxing videos and like Target videos for views. But the flashy stuff does get views. The sponsorships and stuff, there is some conflicts of interest there for sure.
All right.
Yeah, and we you know, maybe at some point, I don't want to take up your whole stream here, but at some point maybe we can get into that. But no, I mean, I think there's some fair points. I guess I would just, like I said, there's a couple things I would push back on. I think most people are just making videos, and they're not like lying or dangerous or buying views or all this kind of stuff. If you just want to
what
say,
about
hey,
the
I
few
think
top? I mean, you believe there was 81,000 people? We were just doing Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a video of him opening cards with 81,000 views. I just don't buy. You make card content. I just don't buy. There's 81,000 people organically watching.
And I apologize again. I didn't mean to come on here.
All
I
good.
didn't want it to be so
No, we
adversarial.
want this. We want this.
You lose a little bit of credibility to me when like you go on American Arbitrage and you're like 12K versus 5K. He bought those views to get to 12K.
Well, because last year he had 100,000.
views.
Yeah, but how did you just tune in? Last year, a year ago, we had 100,000, 150, like 80,000. So sure, when all of a sudden a year later he's only getting 5,000, or maybe it was even 46. Maybe I'm embellishing. If he had kept getting steady 46, and he went down to 4,600, either one, people don't care anymore and they don't like his content, or two, the more likely option is that they were paying for advertising to get their views up. I mean, 46,000 views to 4,600. That's a big loss. I'd start feeling it in the head. I'd start feeling it in the heart.
Well, first, I mean, once again, I could totally be wrong here. I don't think he was averaging 46. He definitely wasn't averaging 100,000 views. I don't think he was averaging even 46.
I don't want to cut you off the screen. Did we do it? We did it. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. And once again, dude, whenever you need to take it and go, I don't want to ruin the tier list here.
We want, because Trike, what we want is I think the conversation is so good for sports cards, and there's so many people that don't want to have the honest conversation. So I'm glad you're coming on very genuine, and feel free to push. Feel free to push. What did we want to look at? American Arbitrage, just to prove a point real quick.
Yeah, let's take a look.
All right. By the way, do you do cards full time?
I do. I've been doing it full time for the past like 2.5 years.
All right. So 10 months ago, 9 months ago, they might not have been 9 months ago.
Okay, so let's do it like this, though. Here, let's go to latest. I think the best way to do it is to go to latest.
All right.
And then we'll scroll down. Let's go like a year ago, wherever you think the prime was.
Do you want me to say the numbers as we scroll, or?
No, let's go down. Like, right, you say content in general is falling off in the last 6 months.
3.9, 5.1. I'm looking at this third row because the audience can see it. 11,000. 6.7. So, I mean, he hasn't had a video break 46,000 or even 20,000 in 2 months. 12,000, 17,000, 11,000, 18,000, 21,000 5 months ago. 17,000 6 months ago. 15,000 7 months ago.
See, like right here, I'm seeing a consistent trend of certain videos. I mean, it's tailed off maybe a little bit, 10%, 15%, but the same thing. Look, we have some videos that do bad and some videos that get picked up by the algorithm.
Let me ask another question. Do you watch every one of his videos? Honest question.
I do not. No.
Exactly,
I mean, there's almost no
bro.
one.
That's my other take is I'm the demographic for sports cards. I also just don't believe there's 12,000 people watching this type, keep on coming back. YouTube is a busy place. YouTube is a lot of competition.
Wait, so you don't believe that 12,000 people, what's the logic there?
Well, no, Neo Sports, I think Neo has a big, I compare a lot of other channels. It's very hard for you are in the upper echelon. If you're getting 11, 16, 18, I know your videos do even better than that, but like you are in the, and maybe he is in the upper echelon. Maybe I'm wrong. And you said I lose some credibility when I do this. That's fair. He still hasn't got a video in 2 years. Last year he had a video get 56,000 views, 40,000 views, 47,000 views. He's not touching that. Wouldn't that mess with you? Hey, I'm going from 40 down to 10.
I mean, it's just the ebbs and flows. I mean, also the other thing, once again, I'll agree with, there are 100% some sports card channels. I don't think American Arbitrage is one of them in particular, but are definitely there are definitely some card channels that are quote unquote dying, losing views. The content is getting old. Like that happens. That's definitely something that happens. But I don't know. I think you like, including my own, obviously I'm super biased, but like you're like, this channel buys views, this channel buys views, this channel buys views. And I just don't see that as a
well,
general
no, I
thing
think
that's
I've mentioned here. I mentioned American Arbitrage. I'll be straight up. I think Card Collector 2's views are not organic. I think Pac-Man's views are not organic, and I think Sports Card Investor. Oh, and Roth Cards. Those will be the four I shout out because I don't know about American Arbitrage. I'm going live. I'm talking shit. Sure.
Yeah,
on my videos, I've only ever called out those four. I don't think there's 100,000 people watching a Sports Card Investor video. You?
I do think that there's certain videos that reach 100,000 people, especially the mainstream ones. Now, what I will agree with you
chance.
That's fair. I mean, you can disagree. I could be wrong. What I will give you though, and I will say there are bot views out there 100%. So that'll give you there definitely are some in our industry, unfortunately.
Oh, like you know of.
Not like I have confirmed, like I've seen the receipts or that person in particular has told me, but that's the other thing, because I've looked at the data too. And there's certain instances where it's very clear what happened. And then so that's why I'm like, don't focus on the American Arbitrage or some of these other ones.
No, normally I don't. I don't.
Yeah, and I didn't come on here even though Carrie is a friend. Like I didn't come on here.
And just let me throw something out also. At the beginning, before I even went out, the guy Sports Card, I wasn't even going to have American Arbitrage in my show. But then Sports Card over the years, another channel shouted, hey, I want to see these three. And he has a podcast with all three. So sure, I was, they were looking for a little love or a shout out. So maybe I was being a little trolly when I said that.
For sure. And I don't want to get caught into the, like, once again, the cement, making this a 30-minute American Arbitrage thing. Like,
you're right.
It's whatever. I guess, and I'll let you get back to your stream. I do really appreciate you having me on. I guess my main pushback would be, I disagree when you say like, well, first of all, on the views thing, which we've talked to death, but like this guy's a liar. He's shilling this. He's poisoning the minds or whatever. Like, I think if you framed it more of just of like, I don't agree with this particular content and I enjoy different content.
Out of curiosity,
how
much of because I don't know how much of my content you watch. So I might do that. You just don't see a lot of those videos. Did you watch the toy video by any chance over the weekend?
You know what? I did not watch the toy video. That's fair. I have not watched all your content. I think I have watched a fair
probably
bit of
the big
videos.
ones where it gets bigger because I do take that stance.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth. Not all my content's like that, but the ones that get 16,000 views or 8,000 views, that's because I took a stance like that. But I would argue a lot of my content is, I try not to focus on just them because I don't want my channel just to be about that, but those are the videos that do better.
For sure. Well,
hey, thanks for, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. I appreciate you having me on. I think, once again, I'm wary of hijacking your stream here. I want to.
No, we love it, bro. No one's left. People are. We like the back and forth. I like it. Makes me think. It makes the viewers think.
For sure.
Go ahead.
I enjoy it too. I think we will have to just do a full podcast because it's so deep and there's so many things to kind of get into, and I want it to be like more structured. So I think it is a productive conversation, but I think we save it. I appreciate you having me on,
bro. Same. Really, really. I've been watching. I saw your channel 4 years ago. So hey, have a great day. Let's. I'll DM you and let's make it happen.
And at the same time too, I take your feedback into account and some of the comments and stuff as well. Like there is definitely an argument for like, that's the struggle of like YouTube, you go for the flash, you get bigger, you bring sponsors on and stuff. And you, at the same time, like you got to keep it grounded. You can't, sometimes the flashing lights do get a little too bright. So I'll definitely keep that in mind as well.
Bro, thank you for calling in. We'll talk soon.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right. Bye. Hey, that was really cool. A conversation with Trike. Why not? And I want, he was being very respectful. I didn't mean to come on to do this. We want the back and forth. It's good for the hobby. In my opinion, it is very good for the hobby. And Trike, you're getting some people say you sell out. Some people are saying a lot more people in the chat coming on saying, great call. Thanks for calling in. So again, you sold out. Fire from the Sports Card Queen. So no, it's good the back and forth. Let the viewers decide. You're not stupid. That's how being honest, treat your viewers with some respect here. You guys are not dumb. So let us go back and forth and you make the choice. Some of his stuff will resonate. Some of my stuff will resonate. And guess what? We both get to reflect. We both get to think on it. And we both get to maybe change our stance a little bit, even just a little bit. American Arbitrage, I could be wrong about your channel. I know nothing. I'm talking shit. I wasn't going to include yours. You are from Vegas, or originally at least I saw Vegas, so I like that. I did start watching your stuff 3 years ago. I haven't really gone back. I don't know if it's boring. My biggest thing would be it's very repetitive. I mean, and I have, it's not that I watch, so I don't know either. But just based off the thumbnail and title, pretty repetitive. It's, I think making card content and coming up with the topic is one of the most extremely hard things to do. It's not easy to be creative and come up with, solid content. So I understand going back to the well, but you got a following, change it up a little. That would be my take on American Arbitrage. Why did I give a D? Because it's repetitive. Do we move him to a C because he's here? I don't want to be like that. He's not pushing. What I want to know from American Arbitrage, is it real? And I know you can't answer that, and maybe you're completely genuine and straightforward. It's just you keep finding stuff. I can't find Vegas, and maybe you're gonna say it's a Las Vegas thing. I go to garage sales. I can't find one damn card at a garage sale. Nobody's selling cards at garage sales. Let's finish. I mean, we're going an hour and a half. I'm gonna give Jeremy Lee a C. I do think his lives are halfway decent. I don't like all the sponsors. He ran me through all his sponsors. I still think it's a lot. It shows, and I also just think his mind is so warped in the sports card world, a lot of these, and not taking a real life view. I also think a lot, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure a lot of these people have money. And so their reality is a little warped. You know what? The top two S tiers, maybe even S, A, and B. The difference here, what might be coming down to it is F tier is really rich. They don't give a shit. D tier, I don't know about EDI sports cards. I don't know about sports card dad just went to Europe. He's got someone. I have no idea about American Arbitrage. No idea about this guy. Gio's got some money. Jeremy Lee's got some money. I guess Neo doesn't. I can relate to the people more up here because they're more in my reality. They're way more talking to me. They're my reality. Ryan Card Collector 2, you already know it. He goes by Tyler Tarver. Jeff Wilson, we'll give Jeff. Jeff Wilson a D or F. Hey, Trike coming on was cool. Trike, thanks for coming on. That'll be a podcast for the future. We have different stances, and it didn't seem to see Trike look like he was willing to go there. Some of these people, they're in the business. They don't necessarily want to ruffle feathers or go there. They don't want to talk about it. Everything I just got out of Trike was a genuine dude speaking honestly. I look forward to our conversation. Jeff is an F. You guys, that's from the chat. Jeff, I don't blame them. It's like nails on a chalkboard to some of us, to most of us. He's pumping Arena Club still. Teapot. Did I just nail the grail?
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Who else we got on here? Is Teapot a D or F then? Teapot does do market movers. He tries to bring a little more data, but he's a Jeff crony. Can't stand the guy. American Arbitrage stuff is real. His views wouldn't be up and down if he found amazing stuff all the time. All right, that's fair. That is fair. Here's the problem also, I'll say with Trike, because he says it makes me lose credibility. You have some people doing some dirty stuff in sports cards. I'm not talking about the people on this list. I'm talking about people that are high up, there is some dirt. Sports cards since the 80s has been a little bit of a dirty game. So it's just easy to automatically, I'm skeptical. Automatically, my mind jumps to, dude, when people are smelling a certain way and it's a certain kind of industry, it makes you think. So fair. That's two people defending American. I know nothing. 54,000 subscribers is a shitload of subscribers for a card channel. Good for you if you built that shit organically. Sorry, people, I'm cussing too much. Okay. If you built that channel with 54,000 subscribers in the card niche, bro, hands off to you. That's not easy. It's also not easy when you used to get 30,000, 40,000 and you jump down to 10, 5, 15. That sucks. I'm not meaning you suck. I'm just speaking the truth. That messes with you a little bit. Like, damn it, dude. And it brought in more money. So it's an interesting space, man. It also maybe just says something more about the card space. People are a little overwatching some of the videos. People get tired of it. I don't know. It also really makes me question the Jeff Wilson views. Why does he get 100,000 still? It makes no sense. 0 cents to me. Run Good Life. The love. I just interviewed him. Everyone seemed to love this guy. I'm not going to give him an S or an A because he's breaking cards. It's not for me. I don't need to look at the modern stuff. It's all a dime a dozen. It's all the same goddamn thing. But man, the card community really respected this guy. Before I got comments on him a month ago, 2 months ago, when I started going live, saying, if I ever called him out, there was people in the chat. Oh no, this is a good dude. That's a good dude. So we'll give him a B. Not a big card person. I don't know this guy's channel. He was part of American Arbitrage's shtick. He does have a decent. Hey, if you're still here, Hockey Card, I apologize to who the hell was it? The Loud Collector. And I don't know. We could have a good boxing match. That could be fun. We look about this. I don't know. I'm 40. You got to be, you're 35, 40. I don't know. 40, somewhere in there. 45 most. Sure, that could be fun. Let's get an undercard. Let's get it. Hey, we could be the co-main event. Let's get Jeff to go against Gio. Let's get a bigger main event than us. Thank you, Loud. I do apologize because I did go kind of hard thinking you didn't have a channel. This dude's got a big channel. 25,000, all hockey. Hockey, the hockey game's different. It's not quite as dirty, in my opinion. A lot of Canadians. The Canadian at Jeremy Lee's Canadians seem to be good people. Good people. Fabulous people. Terrific. Terrible impression. Anyways, that could be fun. I got to get in shape if that's the case. I got to start running. My road work needs some work. But, I jumped some rope today in front of the students. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Made me feel alive. Man, when you do something every day for 8-10 years. Man, it brought back some. Hurt my hand. I don't care. Let's go. Let's do it. Who else we got? SCV Sports Cards. C. I like the angle. I like the approach. I like what he's doing. It's always the same goddamn thing on his whiteboard. I need some evolution. You've had a channel for a lot of years. Show me that you're Kate. Show me that you love this. Show me that you're passionate. I want to see the evolution. The evolution does not come in a robe. It doesn't come with your workout, buddy. So I like SCV. SCV Sports Cards is coming on Tuesday. Me and him have a lot of the same views, a lot of the same gripes. We think somewhat the same. We're automatically thinking in our head, this seems kind of fishy. He's going to battle against Gio, I think next Tuesday. So is it next Tuesday? I think a week from today, I will have topics. I will play moderator and it'll be SCV versus Gio. That'll be fun. And, American Arbitrage. I feel, I could be wrong. I wasn't even going to put him on here till they said put him on here. I don't watch his stuff. I didn't come on here to talk about American Arbitrage because I don't watch his stuff. I don't know. So he's saying it's all legit, all honest, all genuine. He's probably putting a lot of hard work traveling the country. And here's my other take, though. This is my whole take on sports cards, American Arbitrage. And you're a good case example. It was all huger than huge, and it's all coming crashing. And all the big money, people with more money get to pump it up, push it up, take dirty sponsors and make it seem as if it's still great. Shine buying at 13 million. Ooh, that makes the card market seem so sexy, so good. In reality, the card market, singles are tanking. Singles tanked. Channels have fallen. If S tier up here, the best guy in the business, Chris Sewell. His channel doesn't get more than 10,000 views a video. He has 70-something thousand subscribers. One, no evolution. Love his content. S tier, the best. But there's no reason people like Jeff, and I'm not going to, American Arbitrage, you got my label. Good dude. See, he's 5 people fighting for him commenting in the chat, defending himself. Who the hell else here is defending themselves? Trike and and American Arbitrage. You know what Jeff's not doing? Defending himself. Why? Because he's in the wrong. You know what Mama Cards is not doing? Not defending herself. Why? Because she's pumping things like sports card, the toys, and all the BS. I'm giving her an F. I hate her content. I think it's all a corporate shill, all about the money, 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 money. F. You can't see it. But that does say something about American Arbitrage. He's here. He's fighting for his name. He's saying none of buying views is not true. Hey, man, dude, 54,000 subscribers is nothing to joke at. But it's a great case example that even with 54,000 subscribers, this niche, this industry, it got a little tainted. It got a little ruined. It's going one direction, not up. As they make you believe. All those F people, most those D people, maybe not the Ds, the Fs. All those Fs, every single one of them. You can't see them very good. Let's move that. Every single one of them. Hockey is a different breed. No, A or B, I don't know what you're talking about. Arbitrage buys views, no doubts. Hey, so here's the other point I want to make. Arbitrage is I'm not crazy to at least think it. I don't, I'm giving you love. I don't want to come off as a hater or accusing you of something you never did. But I'm not the only one thinking it. I'm just the only one saying it on YouTube. That's the honest truth is if I think it, if it popped in my head, it popped in others. And maybe it's guilty by association. There's a lot of D's and F's, especially those F's, taint a lot of our stuff. A lot of those F's is what people see first. They don't make it to your channel. They don't make it to mine. They see those F's on the board shilling BS product. So just in my defense, I'm not the only person in the world that thinks that. I'm not the only person in the world that yeah, the upper deck jacket is cool. I'm not the only person in the world that thought popped in their head. I am deleting him. I don't know. Who do we got left? I think I give If Sports Cards a C. I wouldn't put him with the B tier. Also repetitive. Also same thing. Hey, editing those videos takes work. Finding all of them. I don't know if at this point of his career, he has people sending him stuff, but that's not an easy gig. He puts some love and time and energy into his channel. Do I watch it? No. I'm not into the whole biggest pull of the week. It's not for me. The opening a pack with my wife, not for me. But I also don't see him, hey, buy this. Hey, go buy this for me. Hey, I'm opening mystery packs. Buy mystery packs. Hey, go to Arena Club. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't watch a lot of his stuff anymore. But from what I have seen of him, it's not my flavor, but I'll give him a C. Let's check out the comments and we'll do our last four. Crazy. Sports Card Radio, F, no chance. I'm not going to. Sports Card Radio is no longer making content. That'd like me, She Collects Cards, whatever the hell her name was. I like me. I married Gamble. I didn't put on here. That would have been a fun one to add. We would probably put her a D. She put some energy. I don't know. I don't love her stuff. I've lost my train of thought. Of course, it's all subjective. Thank you. This is all subjective, so I doubt they're losing sleep over it. No offense. We all have different preferences. Amen. Hey, you'd be surprised. I'm Indian. I text some of these people. I comment. I talk to some of these people. You'd be surprised how sensitive everybody is, including me. Okay? Someone wants to talk some shit on me. Let's go. Let's talk. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Let's at least have the conversation. I can grow. You can grow. Most of these Fs will never have the conversation ever. Most of those Fs, all of those Fs. But it is all subjective. I mentioned that I'm not attacking people's, I'm attacking their YouTube content. And if their YouTube content is shilling, well, sure. Then that says something about you wanting the money over the viewer. But I only know all these people from YouTube. I know Gio, he's a C. I know Sports Card Dad, he's a D. I just talked to Trike. I've talked to Mr. Chris Sewell one time in my life. Great conversation, respect the content the most. Teapot, D or F? Teapot, D or F? We'll ask the chat. Some people like him. Some people, I didn't put Flipping Steve, fair. Probably Flipping Steve doesn't make enough content. It is, I give him credit for the uniqueness. It's actually something you'd watch on YouTube. It's actually like something you'd see on another niche. But I also think the love is gone a little bit from the channel. I'm going to say that again. I also think the love for producing this content can get to a burnout. And I think he's a little bit there. That could change. It ebbs and flows. He could come in hot. We're talking about flipping Steve. D-, F. It's his ex-girlfriend. Hilarious. A lot of D's, a lot of F's. A lot of D's, a lot of F's. So I'll have to make the final call. Well, it's pretty even. A lot of you chimed in. At least 10 D's and 10 F's, I would say. Oh, Teapot. You know, let's say this. Before the Arena Club shit, before him pulling the card and showing me how much he didn't like that, he can't hide back his emotion. It was obvious he was not interested in this game. But he also hasn't left. He's also right there with the Alabama Shillbillies when they go live. So if he had pushed away, if he had not, it's such an odd pairing. It's such an odd pairing. But because your homie is this guy, guilty by association, F. We're down to the final three. Trike called in. Let's do Trike last. You want Ty Wilson and Junk Wax. I'm going to give Junk Wax a B. A little boring. You know, I'm going to go on a little bit of Junk Wax. Haven't watched his channel in a year. Did watch his channel when he first started. I respected the shit out of him for doing it. You know, he's not too YouTube ready. He talks in his own way. He's allowed to, but it doesn't stop him. And he's just himself, even in his slow ass talking way. Sorry, bro. You're a B. It's not exactly what you normally see on YouTube, but he's himself. He's honest. He's genuine. And this is the honest truth. We went back and forth a little bit in his comments once. And finally, to put it to bed, I told him, bro, to be honest, your channel inspired me to keep making videos. He's his honest self. He's just being him. And it worked for him. He gets 2,000 to 3,000 views a video. For last I checked, Junk Wax Museum. It's not all for me. Again, I haven't really watched in the past year. It's a little Junk Wax. Junk Wax? It's not Junk Wax. What is his name? Junk Wax Sports Cards. We're going to get him. Junk Wax Sal. What's his name? Anybody in the chat? What the hell is his? Why can't I think of his channel's name? There he is. Junk Wax Hero. 13,000 subscribers. I feel like doing it the right way. Would you shop in a car? You know, he's trying not every day. At one point it was a lot. 8 days, 9 days, still a lot. It's hard to be creative with your topics. It's hard to keep 2,000, 3,000 people in the card space coming back. That is not easy. Not in 2025. Go look at Sports Card Nonsense. Huge name, lots of money. They don't get 1,000 views a video. It's not easy. If anyone should be doing high numbers, it's Sports Card Nonsense. They have the Facebook group. They have a podcast with The Ringer. They have lives. They have multiple people doing, they have channels. They have multiple people doing channels. They picked on Clever Cuban. It's not easy. So respect. He's himself. He's honest. He's not sensationalizing anything. That's what the word fuck. That's what I should have told Trike. And when we talk, the correct word is all those F's, all these people down here. The reason I don't like Mamba cards, the reason I don't like Roth cards, the reason I don't really like Tyler Tarver, Jeff Wilson, Mamba cards, they're all sensationalized sports cards. They all sensationalize sports cards. Sunday News is an A+ from the Junk Wax Museum. The real collectors, the real people in the hobby like Junk Wax Hero. I don't know why I keep on calling him museum. Junk Wax Hero. I'm giving him a B. I think it's real honest content. It's a little slow. Amen for you for still doing it. You know, that good for you. And you've built a nice following. And just for American Arbitrage. Maybe American Arbitrage came in at the right time. I mean, this guy gets good views and he only has 13,000 subscribers. To me, that just feels okay. So the 54 for American Arbitrage came at a bigger time in the hobby. You know, or maybe his stuff is more clickable. But yeah, if you've never seen Junk Wax Hero, go check him out. He's a B tier. We haven't given many B tiers. There it is. There it is. What do you agree, disagree? A lot of you guys say Junk Wax Hero is an A. You know, I'll move him up to a B. I'll move him up to a B. I don't think he's for everybody, but I do respect his content. I respect what he's doing. He's not out there like any of these doing what the Fs are doing. Professor, you hit the nail on the head. It is hard to get consistency, have great and high performing videos. It really is, bro. No doubt. No doubt. Look who's here. Junk Wax Hero. I appreciate the kind words. I'll take a little slow. Laugh out loud. Yeah, you know, that's all. Do good. And I am being completely honest. Why would I lie? 2 years ago, I've been making content for 3.5 years. A year and a half, 2 years in, you know, you get a little frustrated. You don't see any growth. 50 views, 100 views. Like, damn, dude, I'm putting a lot into my editing. I'm putting a lot of work. And, you know, when I saw Junk Wax Hero come on the scene and start doing well, just being his honest goddamn self, yes, man, it made me feel like, hey, if Junk Wax Hero could do it, I can keep going. I can keep doing it. So that's the honest truth. Do I love all his content? Do I watch all the stuff? No. But you see in the chat, the real ones, the Collector's Dream, a few other ones, really talking you up, really saying your weekend show's great. Maybe I'll try it out next time. Ty Wilson. That's a good question, Astro Worm. If you asked me, we'll do Trike last, because if you asked me 2 years ago, I would have put him a lot higher than today. Ty Wilson's a tough one. I kind of respect Ty Wilson's stuff. I don't hate Ty Wilson's stuff. I think Chasing Cardboard's a very, that's a TV show. There's a lot of work that goes into that. Do I watch every episode? No, it's all the same shit. You know, that's my biggest knock on every channel. The A's, the S's are not always the same. They at least change up their topics almost every time. They almost never do a duplicate. Hey, that one did good. Let's go back and do that a million times. You know, the B tier, I respect what they're doing a lot. The C tier, we're getting a little, there's some questions I have, issues. And we got Neo cards and comics. So your question on the what are we going here? An hour 55, going to be a long show. Ty Wilson and I have never had a conversation with Neo. I met all three of his other members, Flipping Steve, Mike, Sports Card at the National, all nice enough dudes, all, you know, good, felt like good soul people. They vouched for Neo. Let's put Neo on. We've gone back and forth a little bit through the videos. Neo's got his camera on. Oh my goodness. I love it, Neo. How you doing, Neo?
What's up, Professor?
Why'd you call in? Where's your beef? Where's your gripe?
I got chat demanded it.
Hey, chat demand. Look what the chat did. You did this. The viewers did it. Neo,
I'm a man of the people.
Your face is normal. I mean, why no face forever?
Why does a face in the corner of a screen make that big of a difference?
It's just, I mean, if you look at the other niche, compare just on YouTube, that's kind of how it works, in my opinion. Anyone I watch has a face somewhere.
So I actually get a lot of comments from people that are like, I actually like it that I don't have to have the video on because they listen to it like a podcast.
I believe that. I think I get a lot of comments myself, and mine's very visual, that they don't watch, they just listen. So that, I think that's normal. I think that's fair. For me, I do watch. I'm a very visual person, if you can't tell by the videos. And for me, just seeing, and you've heard me, and I'm sure you get this critique, but your channel's doing just fine. So
the main reason why I do it is because it makes my editing quicker.
True. But even with the camera, I don't think I recently just started doing these lives. I don't know how much it would change your editing. Anyways, I challenge you to put the camera. Don't put the camera. You're going to not put the camera.
It takes me 5 minutes to edit a video tops.
That's pretty damn good. So what, but you think if you had your face, it would be different?
I think it could potentially take longer because, like, if you're starting and stopping and trying to stitch things together.
All right. What's your take on mystery packs? Let's do it. Or do you want to tell me who your sponsors are? I don't know who your sponsors are. I'd be very curious.
I have Pomsey as a sponsor.
I don't hate it.
I have the Penny Sleever as a sponsor. Supply.
Don't hate it.
And I have Just Collect as a sponsor, which is basically it's a dealer that's looking to buy collections.
Okay. All right. Anything else, or those are the three?
That's it. I mean, I have affiliate links for like eBay and stuff like that, but like actual true sponsors, that's it.
What was the new one? Someone in my chat a couple weeks ago said you got a new sponsor. Which one of those three is new?
I was just collect. I just got them.
All right. What's your take on mystery packs?
I don't like them.
Do you sell cards at all?
I mean, like I randomly sell stuff on
Sure,
like eBay or whatever, but I'm not a dealer.
Okay. What inspired you to make the content daily, weekly? I mean, it's a lot of work.
Bored during COVID, and then just kind of started rolling, and you know, the channel performed way better than I ever thought that it would. So I just kind of kept making videos. I enjoyed the content creation side of it.
Same. And you wouldn't keep doing it if you didn't. What? I'm just, you're here. Why not? They want to hear some hot topics. I won't name names. Do you think all YouTube content, sports cards, is organic?
I think most of it is, but there is definitely some shady shit.
Would you, if I put this back on the screen, would you change? Oh God, you're friends with some of these people, so it's not fair for you. Yeah, I guess it's kind of not fair. I'm gonna lose you. Let's see if I could do this right. Lost them. Oh, come on. StreamYard's not being very friendly today. Is he there? No. Okay, we got you back. Would you change it? I don't know if you're even going to see it with our faces. Would you change any of these Fs? Any take on Mamba cards? Let's start there. Any take on Mamba cards?
Is that different? That's not Mamba Breaks, right?
So this guy right here. Have you seen
I'm
this
not
dude?
familiar with his work.
Okay. All right. How about this guy? Eric Michael.
Who is that?
Thank God. You don't want to know.
I'm not familiar with his work.
All right. Let's ask someone you do know.
I know Roth.
Okay. How about Ross? Takes on Ross.
I mean, I'm going to put most people probably in the D tier.
Okay. That's at least being honest.
I don't watch Roth's videos. I know Roth, not like personally. I've met him like.
Do you like his video? I mean, his videos just are so. I can't stand
it. It's just the same video over and over again, but they perform well. I mean, if you there's an audience for that 100K. I spent 50K at a card show or whatever.
I don't believe there is.
It's not for you. It's not for me. But there's people out there that want to watch that.
I just don't think. I argue there isn't. I mean,
just because the video is not made for you, so you don't think that there's an audience.
No, we all know cards. It's not that. I mean, we all like sports cards. All these people on the bottom, those guys are all rich as fuck. They don't care. Like, I disagree with you completely. I do think that
the thing with Roth is his audience skews younger.
There's not that audience is watching KSI. That audience is watching iShowSpeed. If I ask any of my students who the fuck Roth Cards is, none of them know. They don't watch Roth Cards. There's not 100,000 younger people out there compared to all the other channels as well. When you compare it to other channels, it doesn't make sense to me why your channel gets 3,000 or 4,000. That big of a difference? I don't buy it. I don't buy that there's 4,000 people interested in news and 100,000 people over and over watching that type of content.
Because I'm not making entertainment content. I'm making news content.
That's not entertainment either in 2025. In 2025,
it's not
for 100,000 people. I don't believe it's for.
I think you underestimate the amount of people that are in sports cards.
I don't. No chance. There's other channels why don't other channels grow then? Besides the 4 big ones, the 5 big ones, because it's not organic in my opinion. Why did Mamba Cards, who you don't know, get so many subscribers so fast? That's really weird.
I can't speak to them because I don't.
You've been doing content a long time. We all saw the videos where Roth Card subscriber count. I don't know if you made a video on it. Just went way up one month, like just ridiculously high. Of course not.
Oh yeah, I mean I side-eyed the hell out of that. I didn't make any content on it, but I looked at it a little sideways.
All right, Neo. Anything else you want to bring up?
No, chat wanted me, so I didn't know what. I just figured I'd appease the chat.
Anything, chat? You need to ask Neo before he's out of here. I'm looking at the new chat comments right now. Anything you want to ask Neo before he's out of here?
I'm looking at who else is across the bottom.
Oh, okay. We got Pac-Man, Tyler Tarver.
I don't know Tyler. I mean, Pac-Man. What's the reason? I jumped into this stream super late, so I didn't hear the justification for.
Part of it's the face. Those thumbnails mean he's not really editing his videos. He's not in touch with his social media account. You and me differ on this. I will wholeheartedly don't think those views are organic. People like in the card community, I see tons of people in the live. They all love, and maybe you're going to say, hey, it's my following, but people love Run Good Life. I never pumped Run Good Life. I never said anything. My stance is I don't really like breakers, but the commenters, the people love Run Good Life. The people are the exact opposite on Pac-Man. Pac-Man was opening these toys that are numbered. He had 50 people in his whatnot. Run Good Life gets 500 to 1,000 people on his lives when he's breaking on, on the YouTube. There's no way in hell there's 81,000. I just don't find it real. I also don't like his ads with Arena Club.
I think the reason Pac-Man gets a lot of views on his general videos is because if you search a product, his search results are almost always the first to pop up. So whether you're watching Pac-Man regularly or not, if you just want to be like, oh, what's in the 2025 Don Russ football, and you search for that, his stuff's almost always.
Why does Pac-Man have 336,000 subscribers and Run Good Life only has 75,000 subscribers? What would be your What would be your answer to that?
Did Pac-Man start before Run Good Life? I don't know.
Now Run Good Life hit that Zion, I believe, in 2019. Run Good Life said he got a 6-month start to anybody doing it prior. So according to Run Good Life, he had a head start.
Pac-Man had huge growth during the pandemic.
But why not Run Good Life then? They're doing the same thing, and people seem to like Run Good Life a little more.
I think Pac-Man opens more products. Like I think Pac-Man posts more videos.
You think that many people want to see him go on for 40 minutes and watching him open up Arena Club stuff? I don't. I just don't see an audience for that. Show me who watches that. People keep saying it's younger people. Give me I don't know anyone that watches that stuff.
I think a lot of people just tune in because they just want to see what the product is.
Okay, let's ask this. Do you watch Pac-Man?
No.
Same.
I'm not even subscribed.
Fair. I mean, fair. Let's check comments. Anything for Neo? No, I saw you doing a few more interviews.
Algo feeds Pac-Man.
I just don't buy that. I don't buy it. I do not. There's nothing you could tell me out of all my research, out of all the comparing. I just don't buy why a few and also Pac-Man.
That's the thing. Once you have your mind made up about something, it doesn't matter what anyone else says. I mean,
I also did it. No, that's not true. Hey, that's not true. I'm open to growth. I'm open to listening. Nothing you're saying. When Trike talked, I listened. He had some good things to say. You're also to be fair, you're also being very stubborn in your corner. Your mind is made up. They're not fake. They're real. They must be real. I think that's kind of a foolish take. That's fine. We could disagree, but I'm not going to change my stance because I've done hours and hours of research. We've both done hundreds of hours on our channel. I kind of get a sense for what's real and who's some BS. And I think it's BS. You already know that, by the way.
I'm not subscribed to Pac-Man. I don't watch Pac-Man, yet Pac-Man videos still show up on my YouTube home screen. Because
okay, when you pay for ads, when you pay for Google, for YouTube to run ads, where it pushes your video. So I see a lot of Jeff Wilson, even though I never watch him. I see a lot of Pac-Man, even though I never watch him. What does that tell you, Neo? That tells you that they're pumping their videos. They're there for a reason. They're not, if you don't even watch them, why do they keep showing up? They keep showing up because they're paying. It's not illegal. You could pay for your video I could go right now and start a promotion and pay them to get me 10,000 views, and they're going to pump it out to people. And to me,
but you're not paying to get views, you're paying to get impressions.
Fair.
Someone still has to be willing to click on the video. And I don't know that Pac-Man promotes his videos.
Sometimes they pop up. That's not true, because sometimes they pop up. I might fall asleep, and even though I never watch them, all of a sudden 5 Jeff Wilson videos have played.
Oh yeah, on the autoplay stuff, sure. But I mean, how many people are really doing that?
I can't believe you think their numbers are that good. I think that's crazy. I mean, I just think that's you think I'm crazy. I think that's crazy. No, man, it's 4 or 5 channels. So why are the other channels? Why is the top guy? And you're going to say, oh, it's boring. It's not entertaining. I don't buy it. The top guys on this list, all 3 of them, don't do anywhere close to that number. And the top one, what's his name? Chris Sewell. He had a huge head start. He had a huge following during COVID, and his numbers are organic. That's why he gets 10 to 12. It fell like normal, like real American arbitrage. He's buying stuff all the time. We looked at his numbers. He argues it's all real. I believe him. All downhill. So why did their channels stay boosting up? I'm shocked that you don't even give it a thought. You don't even have an ounce of an inkling.
Well, I mean, from Chris's perspective, his content's not for everybody. It's very collector driven. It's very
neither
more
is
like
the
in
other
weeds.
guys. But wait a minute. You're making an argument. Sorry to be rude and cut you off. The argument you're making, the other people's content is not for anyone in this chat. Maybe a few. Some people are saying, I watch this, I watch that. Okay. It's not for you and me, and it's also not for everybody.
Yeah, but it's still for a lot of people. Just
how do you know? Why do you say that? Because 4 guys happen to be getting the views? The other channels doing that aren't popping off?
I mean, like who's the other? Like Jeff Wilson down at the bottom, Ryan Card Collector 2, Pac-Man, more so Ryan and Jeff. Like they have high production value. That stuff matters. They have clickbait thumbnails, like well done clickbait thumbnails. They have
a lot of
titling.
the community rolls their eyes at this point. A
lot
of
your community rolls their eyes at.
Do you watch all Jeff Wilson? Do you watch Jeff Wilson videos?
No, I don't watch every Jeff Wilson.
So why you keep saying my community? Neither do you, and probably neither your community.
Because the content's not geared towards us.
By the way, this is great conversation and good content. So I hope I'm pushing because it's good for us. And I also just don't agree with you're making a huge assumption that there is some audience out there. I work with students all the time.
Out there for it.
But no, there's not, bro. There's just not. There's not when
you just think everything's like fake views and created out of nowhere.
No, dude, I'm just a little more in touch. Kids know Pokemon. These people you're saying there's so many of them. There's not, dude. They're watching TikTok. They're playing Roblox. They're not sitting there, all these people, and watching a Jeff Wilson video. I don't buy that. I'm in touch more with reality than sports cards. In reality, there's not 100,000 people. And sure, I can't prove it. So sure, on your side is the truth. Fair. I'm still very skeptical, and I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to. There's nothing that I can say that's going to change your mind.
Well, I kind of want no, but on the other side, you have not given me an ounce either. So I'm not gonna. If you're not gonna give me a sliver, I'm also not gonna give you a sliver. If you're not gonna bend, I'm not gonna bend. I think we have to meet somewhere in the middle, and you're not trying to do that either. So I'm just matching the energy. You're obviously much more quiet about it, and you're very few words. I'd love you to talk more, but you're a man of few words, and that's okay. But it also makes it to where I have to do all the talking.
I mean, I don't know what evidence I could present.
It's odd. You can't even tell me it's a little odd, is what you're saying. That all the other Jeremy
I
Lee
said at the beginning when you asked me, are all views real? I said no, I don't think they are all real, but I don't think it's as extreme as you make it out to be. Are some pumped and faked? Yes. I think we're on opposite ends of the spectrum of how fake and how real. You're in the more it's fake, and I'm in the more it's real. I think that's the difference between our takes.
Now, I just want to show, if I don't talk, it's dead air. So I am talking because it's no offense to you, Neil. You're a man of short words. That's fine. That's a good dude. There's nothing wrong with being a man of a few words.
I'm not going to cut you off when you're talking. I know you like to do that to people all the time, but that's not my style.
Oh, it's a little dig. I didn't cut Run Good Life off. I didn't cut the PSA guy off. Do I cut Gio off? Yeah, because that's the whole point of the show. You and me don't agree. So when we don't agree, there is supposed to be a little bit of back and forth. There's no moderator breaking us up. This is how it goes. And this is how I can budge and you can budge. And this is how people can say, hey, Neo's making a good point. I don't have an ego to say, oh God, I'm wrong. You're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe as a viewer. But this conversation, Neo, at least this doesn't happen in sports cards. This is not going on any channel, these real conversations. And to me, this is good for the hobby. For you coming on and supporting the other side, I'm not backing down from it. I want you to do that. I want Trike to do that because it's good for the hobby. Everyone's just scratching each other's back. Everyone's in bed with each other. How good you are, how great you are.
Yeah, everyone wants to be friendly with everyone. People aren't out here to. It's not WWE, where everyone wants to play a heel. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know.
That's the lane. I mean, that has been the lane.
All right. That's my question for you. How much of your content right now is you versus a character?
Oh, 95%. I come live 2 hours a day. I can't hide this. I can't make this up. No. The content is inspired by all the Fs. The content is inspired by your still. The content is inspired by Sports Card Dad's ads. I think it could be done better, and that's what I do. And that's how I try. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm always trying to get better, and I'm always open to feedback. And I'm not trying to run from what people say. I want to hear it, because for me, it's about YouTube. It's not about cards. For me, it's about spreading a message that I think's honest, instead of, hey, I own a card business. Let's push cards. Let's act as if we're media. I can't stand it.
I mean, of course, people are going to use content as marketing and
Chris Sewell doesn't.
You don't think Chris being a public face on YouTube automatically
he doesn't push it like no. There's a difference in the content. Of course it does. He said he still gets leads from YouTube, but there's a huge difference in how he pushes his content. He doesn't shill his product. Everyone else on there does. Everyone else is rich and has a lot of money and is trying to be successful in this game. And it's a little bit dirty. Anyone taking an arena club sponsorship should be ashamed. And maybe we don't agree there.
I mean, you don't see me taking a repack sponsorship. I do not like. I understand repacks' place in the hobby. That doesn't mean that I like them. I mean, I talk trash on repacks all the time. But
do you
I also
think
understand
Arena Club
that
is good for the hobby or bad for the hobby?
Say that again.
Do you think a company like Arena Club is good for the hobby or bad for the hobby?
They're not great. I mean, repacks have skewed too far the other direction. They are controlling the market too much at this point in time.
They're also, those companies are not very transparent.
I mean, to play, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, because I'm not a fan of repacks. I do feel like the digital repacks are better than the physical repacks.
No, because Neo, what's happening?
What's going on?
What's happening is they're not going through the whole run. That's really dirty, dude. They put out a product with a big hit. They cancel the run after 24 to 48 hours. Maybe the big hit never goes. Or even furthermore, someone hits it and just buys it back. You keep recycling the big hit. And the whole, if it was a good, decent product, if it was even something half of it, they'd run through the whole thing. But of course, if the big card was hit 75th out of 2,000, no one would buy the rest. So it's a business, but I find that very dirty. You're going to present something and then add new cards every time. It's man, I don't know, man. I find it more dirty than you.
I'm not saying that I like them. I'm just saying I find the digitals less dirty than the physicals. That's all that I'm saying. Like, if you're saying buy into a repack, I am buying into Arena Club or Courtyard before I buy into a random Backyard Breaks repack.
What is your wrestling? What do you collect?
Mostly the Attitude Era guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I don't know who's your biggest. Who do you got the most of, or who's your favorite to collect?
I grew up on the, I'm in my mid 40s, so I came up on the Hogan, Warrior, Macho Man. Got out for a little bit, got back in during the HBK Hitman era, got out, came back in hard in Attitude, left shortly after Attitude, and have actually gotten back into it more now the last few years.
Let's see.
My WWE PC is like, it's very limited. I'm very specific on what I want. I only buy on-card autos. I'm very particular on the image that I buy, like the photo. And I basically have like one card of each person that I want. Like, I have one really nice, actually I have two really nice Austin autos. I just got an Attitude Era Triple H auto. I have one Rock auto. So I'm very selective on what I buy.
I have a Vince McMahon's rookie card is from 85, O-Pee-Chee. He only has, I don't know, 200 something graded. I have over 20 of them. I started collecting that card 4 or 5 years ago before his scandal. I was looking at someone old, someone that everybody knows. My take is anyone that's watched wrestling 30, 40 years now, all these generations know Vince McMahon. It's just the card's so obscure, nobody know it exists. It's got Hogan in it, so it's, to me, it's pretty iconic. And do you know about the Vince? I'm just curious. You know a lot about race cards.
I only buy autos, so I don't pay attention to the non-auto, like just regular.
Yeah, nobody knows this damn card. Not even a wrestling fan. I might get screwed. I still think it's a great card.
This is the stuff that I like. Like, I want on-card autos
there you
with
go. Oh, that's not okay.
Amazing pictures.
What is something like that run? Couple hundred?
I think this was like 300-400. It gets a little bit of a premium because of the image. Because the Austin autos, that's the thing with wrestling autos, they're not that rare. Like, Stone Cold has 1 million autos, so you have to buy something unique. Like you have to get something with a really good.
Let me
image.
ask this one. What
Like,
about
I have the old school one with the 316 inscription.
your light picks up the card so much better than mine. Is that one's on card?
Yeah, I only buy on card. What else do I got laying around? I got like the.
What do I want to ask you with wrestling?
I know. Flipping Steve gets jealous of this one.
There you go. Undertaker, Mankind, Bray Wyatt.
I don't need Bray Wyatt. I didn't really watch it a lot when Bray was on.
Oh, I loved Bray. He had the crowd in his hand.
Like I just got. Where's the one that I just got? Where's the?
Hey, Tommy says YouTube can make a case study off this broadcast. Tell me more, Tommy. What are you saying? Hey, by the way, I've been on 2 hours and 17 minutes. I'm going to finish up with Neo here in a couple minutes. I'm going to do my last 2 grades, and then I'll be back on tomorrow at 5. Neo, thanks for calling in, bro.
Yeah, man. No problem. I just got this one. I actually pulled this one. I don't collect much modern.
Hey, Tiffy time.
Tiffy time. That's the WrestleMania event used mat from Top Snow.
I will have to trade some. I have some wrestling in, but it's all boxed up. Rhea Ripley. I any Rhea Ripley in there?
Yeah, got a rookie auto right there.
Hey, we might have the same one. Something very.
And
similar.
I got the then and now, or past and present rather.
Yeah, Rhea could be the best all time. They're not pushing her that way, but she's so good.
I think they're gonna throw her at Recur. I think her and Recur are gonna be the new.
Flippin' Steve says he's calling in 30 minutes. Flippin' Steve, I've been on 2 hours and 20 minutes. I don't have another 30 minutes. I am exhausted. I gotta eat.
I just got a AAA shot. I don't know where it ran off to. Oh, we got the goat of goats.
Hey now. Great. I knew him as the announcer. I don't know. That's cool. Yeah. I'm sure you too.
I don't know where my AAA shot went.
All right, let me see. I don't want to lose this if I click that.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, the whole no face thing, just to circle back to that. I mean, the biggest reason why I don't is because of the editing. It just makes things faster for me.
That's fair. I would make an argument.
I work 40 hours a week.
That's fair. Completely fair. I think it would be good for your channel. People do want to see a face. You could, but I just think overall as a you might study. I study this shit. I get really weird about all this stuff. I think that people want a face. You've been driving without the face, so who am I to say? But I do think people want a face.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Hey,
it's not my job. If YouTube's not paying my bills, so I don't need to have the biggest channel in the world.
I guess I'm just really I don't care about the biggest channel. I want to be proud of every time I make a video. Every time I want to be, I put my all into it. And I think that Neo and Sports Card, I think some of you are not that same frame. We're allowed to think different, but I really do think like, how can I make it the best? How can I keep making it better? I think a lot of the people are just stuck in their groove.
Oh, I mean, for sure. Like, I definitely have a process down and it's very quick, but it would be, I don't have the time to make a lot of those changes. So it's either do what I do, or, I mean, I guess I could do less, which is an option. I don't have like
that is my obligation
to post videos, but I also enjoy doing the daily. Like I enjoy trying to get a video out every day. Like there's a little bit of a challenge in that. And I don't necessarily do daily. I've cut back slightly. Like I've been doing like 4 to 5 a week now instead of 7, which I was doing 7 for a hot minute. But I don't know. There's a challenge in that of trying to figure out
that's
like,
fair.
all right, what can the topic be today?
I also enjoy it immensely. So, part of it you're saying is, dude, you enjoy it. It's a fun hobby to make the content. It's also free to make the content. You don't have to spend any money.
Yeah, I mean, where there's time. I mean, there's definitely a time investment in it.
No,
and I do spend money. I mean, I put money back into the channel. I'm lucky enough that I make money off the channel, so I put money back into the channel. Like I have good cameras. I have a good microphone. I travel to the National, to Fanatics Fest, to regional shows to get, like the vibe on what's going on out there and do vlog footage and stuff like that. So I am putting some of the money that I make on the channel back into the content for sure.
I mean, overall, besides the time, that's fine. I am more meant as an incentive for me, Dude, I am trying to buy stocks, and Tesla has done far better for me over the past year than any sports card's going to do, from 170 to 450. People all jump on me, whatever. That's where I am not rich. I make 70 to 80 grand a year. I need to build a life. I need to build money in the bank. I don't have a ton of money to put into sports cards like all these guys at the bottom, millionaires. I'm not saying you are. What I am saying is I can make content, and it keeps me involved. I have conversations with a lot of people. It keeps me in the community, and it's free for me. I don't have to spend a lot of money. It is 6 hours to make a video, which is far different than some of the other people. I mean, literally, the videos take me a long time, as you can see with the final product.
6 hours, I would be able to put out 10 videos.
Easily. Yeah, man. And but I view it different.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just couldn't.
Well, I think it's a little more. I view it as I don't know. Sometimes it comes off as by the way, you didn't see the beginning. My argument from the beginning was all these people haven't evolved in years. You know, some of them had a huge head start and their content never evolved. And it's always the same, everything. Now you make different topics. The guys at the top make different topics, but everyone else is the same. If I saw their video 3 years ago to today, they haven't gotten any better. They're pushing the same goddamn thing. And that it shows that they don't really care that much. And 3 years from now, my stuff will be just, it's going to keep getting better. At least how I view it in my head. It means a lot to me. I just don't know how much it means to some of these other people. And I'm not questioning it doesn't mean a lot. You wouldn't do it. But that attitude of, hey, let's make 10 in 6 hours. That shows on the other end.
I mean, that's just my process though. I can, because I'm just doing more of like a podcast style video, I could just turn the microphone on and speak my thoughts into the microphone. And then I don't have, I'm not inserting clips left, right, and center. I'm not, I don't have this big involved editing process. So as long as people are interested in hearing what I have to say about whatever the given topic is for the day, it doesn't take me long to get that out. And I also have I have a little bit of a cheat code because I cover the news. Like a lot of my channel has evolved over the years into covering hobby news, which to your point, there's not always a lot of.
It's hard, very hard.
But what the niche that I've built out is that I could be, because of the way that I record and how quick I could get stuff out, I am usually first to market with most stuff. So if something happens, I usually have the first video up about it, because I can have a video out. And I mean, people will joke all the time, other creators and just commenters will be like, oh, something happened and it was like 15 minutes ago and Neo already has a video up about it, because I could turn it around. So
that's fair, completely fair. I'll say I watched your content for 1.5 years and I stopped watching because the still screen. So that's just me, and there's got to be others. I'm not normally, when I say something, there's others that also feel the same. So and I know you get it in your comments sometimes. So for me as a viewer, I did watch your stuff for a while, and then it was just a still screen every time. It was hard for me. And also, like you mentioned, the news gets boring. It gets to how much there's more excitement. There's so many things to compete. That's my last thing I'll mention with you. There's so many things to compete with on YouTube. And you're right. You've built a good little niche. You have a loyal following with your videos, but it bothers me, this sentiment that I don't want to keep getting better. By the way, someone commented it's a side gig. Bro, I work full time. I take some work home. It's a side gig for me too, but I still have, I don't know. I want to do it the best to my ability. That's where I'm at with it. I don't want to keep pushing content. I want to make the best content I can.
Yeah. I mean, we just have different aspects on the content. I mean, for you, good content is an involved video with a lot of edits and a lot of clips and things like that. That's just not. And maybe it comes down to also how I consume content. I listen to more content than I watch. So I'm kind of making the content that I take in, if that makes sense.
Fair.
And the side gig comment, like I absolutely consider YouTube a side gig at this point. I mean, it 100% is. Most of the collection that's sitting around me is funded from YouTube. I mean, I've always, one of the things that I've said over the years is that, a lot of people will do the, like dollar box flipping, like they'll go and dig through a dollar box and find stuff that's mispriced and flip it and make their little bit of money. That's YouTube content for me. Like that's my dollar box. Like some people want to go grind a dollar box. I'll make content.
I want to just, Astroworm says, does that mean you guys shouldn't have channel if they don't evolve? No. But at one point, I've watched everyone on the screen, which you can't see at the moment. Let's do that. Is this going to, yeah. I've watched all of them. And at one point or another, I stopped watching. So they can have a channel, but if I stop watching and I ask Neo if he watches them and he says no, well, we're part of the demographic. I mean, we're inside the business. So my point is no, they can have a channel, but don't expect me to watch for 3 years. If it's going to be the same goddamn thing every time, and some of their commentary is not good, it's one lane, not Neo, but some of the guys in the F, it's one lane. It's the same shtick. It's not the same. If it's not the same video, it's the same goddamn message, the same thing. But I'm a somebody. I have cards, buy cards.
I mean, you can say the same about me because my shtick is news and information.
No,
if you're not into
I
that,
didn't put you at an F. I put you at a C and not an F for a reason.
I'm just saying though, like that's my shtick though. Their shtick
but news is
card
I believe in giving people news far more than, hey, look at my card shop. Look at how much I spent. They are different lanes. I respect the news. Do I find it a little dry and stale? Sure, because the card news can be. But
sure. I mean, that's the nature of the beast, though. You're not going to get. Yeah, I think I said right before, or right, you said right before I come on. Like, how many flashy news stories are out there in the sports card world? There's not. Like, let's be honest. Like one of my top performing videos of the month is going to be about PSA prices increasing. That is not a sexy topic, but it performs very well.
I don't know, Neo, they want me to rate myself. I'm not going to rate myself. I'm for people. I'm not for people, just like you said, just like people on this thing. I'm not going to put myself on the list. I put a lot of effort and work into my videos. I try to take a different stance than almost everyone on this list to make it interesting, to give a different take. And some of it, I believe, some of the stuff I get, Neo, I get tons of messages from people ever since I've been going live. It's a dirty business. It's dirty, dirty, dirty. Neo, where do you put me? S, A, B, C, D. I put you C. You're going to put me C?
I don't watch a lot of your like day-to-day stuff. I've watched a couple of your interviews and I've randomly pop in on a live. I would say C.
He's giving me a C. He's giving
your interviews have gotten better. I watched
off.
the first one with Gio and I thought it was a disaster.
Yeah, people didn't understand that me and Gio had a little background, and so I wanted to go back and forth. And even I should have started the video with the disclaimer.
It wasn't the back and forth. I didn't like you putting the thought bubbles over him after the fact.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. No doubt. I learned. That was my first one. You're absolutely right. You're not wrong. I even texted him after.
That was a major.
You were not wrong, but I haven't done that since. Hey, I've had 5 interviews since. I have not. I knew I was wrong. I'm learning. Everybody's learning. I was wrong.
Because I watched your one with Rocco, obviously. I did a response video to that one. And I watched your...
Hey, you've responded to me twice in the past 2 months. To give me a C is a bit harsh. I had the whole community talking twice.
What was the other time?
Oh, the fake videos. The fake views.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
That's about that since August. I made that in August. So to give me a C, how many response videos are you doing of everybody else?
Well, but to your point, though, the reason I gave you a C is I find a lot of like this is... I mean... Your live streams are basically you going live and then shitting on a bunch of other people.
Not true. You don't watch. You watched one. I'm making a point not to do that. That's 100% not true. I did a whole thing breaking down sports cards. I did a whole thing with my dad. I did a whole thing.
I would say that's a majority of your lives, isn't it?
No, it's not. That's untrue. First of all, I've only been doing it a month, so I'm learning. And I learned real quick.
Maybe that's just the ones that I've seen.
Sure. Fair. To be fair to you, one day I'm going to go search for content and do stuff like this. The other days it's going to be more true to cards, but we have 122 people in here because it's like this. If I just talk about cards, which I'm still going to do because I love it. And that's, if you check my lives, that's how it's been, but you don't come because it's boring. It's 40 people. The ones that people watch are the ones that are bigger, the ones that have, I'm saying something important or big or something someone else wouldn't say. However, not all my stuff's that way. They're just the ones that get bigger.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way YouTube works. If you skew it negative, whatever it is, even if the video is positive, if you title and thumbnail it negative, it's going to perform better.
I appreciated this. I hope you don't. Nothing's personal. I think this is so good for the hobby. I really do.
Oh no, I don't. I mean, like I said in the chat, like I'm sleeping just fine tonight.
Hey, Noe has more respect for Neo coming on here. Look at that.
Like I guess I see it as I understand that not everyone's content is for everyone and not everyone's content.
Nah, you're also a little too gullible.
I tend to see more
friends
of
with some of them.
A glass half full than a glass half empty. I will definitely agree with that.
That can't be a bad thing. Neo, I've been on here 2 hours and a half. I'm gonna let you go finish up. Thanks for calling in. Hopefully we could chat another time.
Later.
Thanks, Neo. Let's see. What am I doing? There he is. All right, let's finish up. We got Ty Wilson. That was nice in Neo. We got Trike on today. It happened late. I think Trike called in with about an hour and a half. That was a really nice conversation. Me and Trike can go back and forth. Trike has a lot to say. Trike seems like a logical dude. Me and Neo could go back and forth too, but Neo, not as much to throw out, not as much to say, not as hard, but hey, he believes it's all real. I don't. I think it's all a big illusion. Trike, if you asked me a year ago, I would have given him a B. I really liked his stuff. More recently, I haven't liked his angles at all. I'm going to put him in a C category. I assume we have I'd love to have him on. It sounds like he'll come on for an interview. That'll be a great conversation. And he thinks the other way, Now, he was willing to say it's probably not all organic. I can't believe Neo's not even open to that thought at all. I'm not the only one that thinks that. Don't paint me in. I represent a certain voice. Other people think that too. I'm not crazy. Other people think it too. It's very reasonable to think. And even our guy Trike said, yeah, it's probably not all organic. Finally, we have Ty Wilson. I don't watch Ty Wilson, but I checked him out a couple times in the past few weeks. His personal channel. I don't watch Chase Cardboard. I think he puts a lot of love into it. I'm going to put Ty Wilson at a B. Maybe he deserves an A. Maybe you could sway me in the chat if he deserves an A, but I'll give Ty Wilson a B. Trike too generous F. Trike used to have good stuff. Maybe we give him a D. I don't know. Maybe I'm open to pushing him to a D. Trike fell asleep. Trike Patrol. Professor is a C-. That's not true. Reef. If I was a C-, you would not be here every live. Get the fuck out of here with that take. Ty on his personal channels B. Chasing Cardboard TV show is an overall A. Let's see anybody else on thoughts. Sorry, I like Sports Card Dad. That's fine, of course. I watched Sports Card Dad for a long time. Probably the main guy I watched. But I watch a lot of YouTube, and I didn't want to sit through. I watch a lot of none of my out of this niche. The bigger streamers, the bigger people I watch, they don't do that to me. And it's like, hey, this little channel is gonna do it, but not the big channels. I'm already against. I hate ads. I start a football game a half hour late. If you don't realize, advertisements are someone paying a lot of money to hypnotize you, to get into your brain. It's the honest truth. I don't know what education. I don't know how much you've looked into it. There's a reason they pay so much goddamn money. There is a reason, and there's a reason I hate it. There's a reason I can't stat advertisements. I fast. The biggest ones are the medical ones, because I had ulcerative colitis going. I don't need any of that going in my head. I don't want, and these side effects, diarrhea, you might die, the lung cancer, Can't stand the ads. I fast forward. I start a football game live a half hour late so I can fast forward. So sure, you're allowed to like Sports Card Dad. For me, that was the final straw. And then the content didn't evolve. Just like Neo, they take 40 minutes to make a video. I think that's lazy. I think that's about producing. It's not about quality. It's about quantity. I want to watch the quality. I think sports cards in general needs more quality card creators that are not worried about it taking a half hour or 40 minutes. There's a reason card content hasn't skyrocketed or grown, because majority of it sucks and is repetitive. These are my takes. These are my thoughts. I think them off camera. I think them on camera. I'm so glad Neo called in. I'm so glad Trike called in. Bro, some of you been here for a couple hours. Thanks for being here. Hey, who is this? Ruggs, $13.99 to finish the show. Ruggs, thank you so much. He's always here, leaving me positive feedback. I'm open to other feedback. Sports Card Dad is here. Appreciate you. Alf, appreciate you as well. I don't think he's talking to me, probably to somebody else, but fair. Good to see you, Dustin. Dustin invited me onto the show this morning. I have not responded. I've been so busy. I'm also, I'm just being honest. Good for the brand, bad for the brand. Go do it. Make a friend. I don't fucking know what to do. I haven't been on anybody's show. Not one. It's the first time I've been invited to a show. It's not true. Gio invited me to his podcast, but it's at noon. How the fuck am I supposed to do it at noon? I'm working at noon. The majority of people work. The majority of people have a job. Gio, I can't do it at noon. I'm sorry, I'm not rich. I got to work. Anyways, guys, have a great night. I was on 2.5 hours. Who says great show here? Somebody. What are your thoughts, Sports Card Dad, on the Hey, Sports Card Dad at least can take a joke. He's good with roasting himself on the cereal. Me and him had an odd text conversation. I like Sports Card Dad. He's the channel I watched the most until I stopped. So, I've never. I just think I wish there was a little more love, a little more passion instead of the grind of, hey, I got to make a video every day. Guys, have a great day. Hit the damn like button. Subscribe if you have not. As always, thank you for watching and have a great day. Hey, what up, everybody? I'm Robert Ory, aka Big Shot Bob, and you're watching Professor Sports Cards. Go buy my rookie card. Hey, guys, have a great night. What a damn show. 2.5 hours, the longest show. Thank you, Ruggs. Thank you, Dustin, for hopping in the chat. Call in, Dustin. Call in. Let's have a chat, then let's do some videos. But you guys, let's call in. It's good for both of us. Neo, thanks for calling in. Trike, thanks for calling in. I'll be back tomorrow at 5. Have a good night, guys. I'm ending the stream here. Thanks so much for joining. Happy birthday, Sports Card Queen Rhonda. If you're still here, Rhonda, happy birthday. Thanks, guys.